Hello, hello. Hello, hello. How is everyone? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Oh, I heard my own voice. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, thank you for the first time chat. Stop. Oh, it's okay. It's on another stream. I need to close my own stream. Okay. Oh my gosh, thank you for the first time chat. Welcome in. Amanri? Amanir. Amanir. Welcome in. Welcome in. Uh handsome reveal. He is. Uh Witchy dude, hello, hello, welcome in. Happy whatever today is, Tuesday. Congrats on first Puma. Zordly, hi. Welcome in, welcome in. Congrats on second. Yeah, thanks for subbing in. You came in right on time. We just started. We're gonna be working on an old Hollywood mansion for Judith Ward. We're redoing her house, if you know where she lives. Uh, so that's what we're gonna be working on today. Oh, I have an update. My camera. Does my camera look darker? Does my camera look? Do I look darker? You probably can't tell right now. I was able to notice because when my screen gets darker, my face gets a lot darker now. Because over the weekend, my grandfather helped me put up the shelf that he made for me for over my desk, and I want to show you. I want to show you guys my shelf. I want to show you my shelf. So we're going to open it, and I'm going to show you. Okay, F11, maybe. There you go. You look fine. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, it's definitely a little darker than it was before, and depending on the screen that I have open, it'll get a little bit darker. But let's go into here. This is that shelf. This my grandfather made this walnut shelf for me, and I actually got it for my birthday in April, and he finally helped me put it up, so I could have a jungle on my desk. Doesn't it look so good? Doesn't it look so good? It's perfect. It's perfect. Now I can have so many more plants. I can get so many more now. I'm so excited. Anything? How was everyone else's weekend? Father's Day. How was that? Anybody have any fun things they did over the weekend? Looks cute. Thank you. I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. It's looking very nice, just the way that I wanted. But these lights reflected off the wall and onto my face, making me really bright, and they still do. They just don't do as much. So now I'm a little tiny bit darker. It was really nice. I was getting this very beautiful, like consistent, even light on my face without needing a face, like a ring light or anything. And I still do. It's still nice and even, just a little darker, I feel like. Just a tiny bit. But it's not too bad. Wishing you all a safe day. You too, Zordly. Thank you. Can't tell currently. Yeah, it's a little bit, I feel like, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. But with that being said, yeah, I just love it. It's so perfect. It's like modern. It goes with my computer. It has a little bit of walnut in it as well, and so does my thing on my desk. This what the desk razor monitor razor thing that I have here. So I think it goes really well with my aesthetic. This is also walnut. This clock. But yes. Maybe we can just look at Judith's house. It's lovely. Thank you. I'm really happy with it. I had so many plants like all like sitting all over my room, like waiting for a place basically. I went on a road trip for the first time here in the US. How about you? Oh, that's amazing. That's so fun. Uh my weekend was good. My weekend was good. Where did you go? I'm just curious. Like, where did you travel? I'm very curious. I'd love to know. Uh, But yeah, also something else too. This my if anyone is interested, that build that I finished last stream, I play tested it and I uploaded it. My condos build for anyone who is interested. I think it's very nice. I'm very happy with it. It's very like very usable. It's not like I feel like it feels very real. It's not overly fancy, and I think I'll be using it quite a lot. I mean, I also and I should show that at some point too. I redid the Calientes. Well, yeah, I redid the Calientes and I redid Dawn for my save. I've done them before, but I've redone them again. I'm originally from France and I moved here a few years ago. Ooh, love that. I went to Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina for the first time. Ooh, that sounds beautiful. Sounds amazing. Sounds like a fantastic journey. I have cousin. I'm from upstate New York, New York State. That is not the city. I've never actually been to New York City, but I have cousins from North Carolina, and so we would always take a trip down to the beach, like every year as a kid, to go visit them and spend like a week there, and it was always amazing. Quite a drive. It was a 12-hour drive, but it was always fun as a kid because we used to stay in a hotel halfway through. We'd do like 6 hours hotel and then another 6 hours, and it was always so fun. It was always so fun. As we got older, I feel like we started doing the whole trip all at once, which is wild, but I saw Charleston and the Great Smoky Mountains a few years ago. It was nice, made me cry. Ooh, I love that. I love that. I haven't done a whole lot of traveling outside of the state, New York State. Just a little bit, just a little bit. I've went to Washington D.C. a few years ago, 2023, I believe. We went to Washington D.C. That was fun. Oh my gosh, hi Panda, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. I can't believe it's Tuesday already. I feel like I just streamed. I feel like it was just Saturday and I just streamed. For nature here in the U.S., it's breathtaking. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of nature around in the U.S. That is for sure. But France is absolutely beautiful as well. Absolutely stunning. But yeah, like the U.S. is so expansive. I feel like a lot of Americans don't really like if you can see all of the different biomes in the U.S. without even leaving the country, which makes it easy for traveling and stuff. Easy. I don't know. Yeah, it's easier, I guess. No dealing with passports and stuff. DC is gorgeous too. Love the nature here too. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, DC was really pretty. I wouldn't want to go there now, but a few years it was really nice a few years ago. I'm happy that we went a few years ago because I would not want to go anywhere near there now. It would just like make me sick. But yeah, really beautiful. We stayed in an Airbnb that was really nice in Virginia, in that place across the river. What's that? I'm terrible. Looking it up. You know the place. The place across the river. Arlington, of course. Arlington. Travel between states kind of. It feels kind of eerie sometimes, like entering another biome. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I remember traveling across Pennsylvania was always wild. As a kid, it just felt endless, endless rolling hills of green. That's that's how uh, that's how it felt traveling through Pennsylvania. Really beautiful. It would be nice to travel there in the fall. It'd be very nice. But yeah, I think without further ado, we can just like sort of, as we talk here, we can just sort of place some stuff down. Because this is a huge build. This is the build, by the way. It's going to take me forever to do this. Whose idea was it to build such a gigantic house? Whose idea? Whose idea was it to build such a massive thing? It was inspired by what? I mean, the picture I saw on Google. Like, I think I typed in old Hollywood mansions on Google. Yeah, it's like one of the first ones that comes up. Old Hollywood mansions. That was the original inspiration. Let me show you. Also, how's my audio? I think it should be good. My music should be is at my normal height, but let me know if it's too quiet or too loud or anything. I think it should be good though. This is the original house that I was inspired by. I don't know whose house it is, but I thought it was really pretty. But yeah, that was the idea. I wanted something old-fashioned, a little bit old-fashioned. Oh my gosh, Erwin, how are you? Oh, hello. I'm going to shout you out. I'm going to shout you out. Oh my goodness. I was lurking during your streams the other day. But how are you doing? Look at me, look at me. It's nice to see you. My plant friend. Wait, Erwin, I need to show you my desk. Let me show you my desk. My grandfather helps me put up the shelf that he made me. My ink was so bad the first stream. I didn't think it was super bad, but maybe could use a little bit of work. But my grandpa helped me put up. He made this shelf for me, and he helped me put it up over the weekend when they were here for Father's Day. He came over with my grandma, and he helped me put up the shelf. And so now all of my plants went up there, and I'm so happy. Howdy gay, I love that. Also, the roads instantly changed. Mississippi's roads are alarming, bumpy as hell. Yeah, that's kind of wild how that happens, isn't it? I really need to experience that. In France, there's no light whatsoever at night when you're on the highway. Really? That's wild, yeah. Oh my god, hi Jamesy, welcome in. How are you? Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Everyone follow Jamesy as well. Follow Jamesy. What happened was my mic disconnected and Streamlabs recognized my computer mic, and I didn't realize until I took a break. Yeah, I don't have an alternate mic. Well, actually, I think there might be a mic on my camera that I purposely have like completely disabled. I made sure that it's not even possible to switch to an alternate mic because I don't want to accidentally doing it. I have that all completely disabled within my like system settings. It's like if this mic is not working, you do not switch to another one. That one it's just we're not having any audio if this one's not working. Doing okay, just kind of in limbo while I'm waiting for my start date for the regional thing. Yeah, I heard that. Congrats. It's amazing. Congrats on the new job. It's always fun, always exciting, a bit scary. I can imagine starting a new job, but that's really fun. My laptop has a mic on it. I'm trying to disable it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Is you just go right through and you disable it to stop it from automatically doing that. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's this is my build. I love this build. I think it's so cool. It's gonna take me forever to build though. It's gonna take me forever and ever. But I think it's definitely come together. I love the lounge down in the basement. I think it's looking really cool. Oh my gosh. Hi Asia. Hello. Welcome in. Good morning. Also, shout out for my friends Interior. Welcome in. I'm building Judith a new house. And I did all of this within the last, how long have I been live? 20 minutes, of course. Of course. And I totally haven't shown this off at all ever already on stream before. A sleepy bitch, yes. Right, exactly. I'm so quick and not a slow builder at all. I'm not a slow builder. I paid $1,500 for a laptop with a shitty mic and no built-in camera. That's wild. That's a lot of money, but that makes sense though for laptops. It takes so much like to combine everything into a laptop that it increases the cost. Like the cost, that amount of money would have gotten you a significantly better like desktop PC, but obviously then you can't move it around, and that's the limitation. So you're paying for the mobility. Just whip it out. Yeah. I'm so quick. I'm just like such a good builder. I'm so fast. I totally have done a lot of stuff already and not placed one plant, basically. 2 plants. 3 even. Litchi, anything I miss? I find it hilarious that the Sims team forgot to put a bathroom in one of the mansions in Tulsa Valley. Yes, this one. The one that's the original one that's here. Yeah. I love this house. I like just looking at this one. But yeah, the one that's here, I think. There might have been another one too, but specifically the Bailey Moon house. What my theory for that, by the way, is that they have 2 bathroom sets with this pack. They have a modern themed one and a like gaudy, awful themed one, like gold and ugly. I think, however, the modern set has a bathtub, it has a shower, it has a sink, but it doesn't have a toilet. So there's definitely places in that house where there should have been a toilet, that almost like they left a space for a toilet and just didn't put one. So I really genuinely think that they just canceled the toilet for some reason. Maybe they like to save object counts or something for the pack. I don't know. And they just forgot. No, it's very fair. No shade or anything. When you like having a laptop is so nice. Like having a laptop is fantastic. You can't beat having a laptop for certain things. Sometimes you just need one. You can't really go around it or get around having one. So I don't blame you at all for needing to get a laptop. Cooling is also an issue with laptops. You gotta really, which is also makes it really difficult. It's a gaming laptop, so it's worth it. Yeah, absolutely. It'll probably last you. It seems like it's lasted you quite a while. Putting a house in front yard, exactly. I wish I bought RAM before the RAM crisis. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm glad I bought my PC when I did. When did I buy this computer? 2024, I think, maybe. I think I've had it for 2 years. Almost 2 years? Since 2021. That's a decent amount of time. It's lasted you quite a while then. Let's put this here. A little bit of fruit in here. And we'll get a rug. Let's turn on F5. Let's see. If it was only 1 bathroom, so only missing toilets. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird they missed the toilets. I genuinely do think that it's because they just didn't add a second toilet with this pack, I think. Yeah, I started building this house too, by the way, or I started working on this again because I really kind of want to get more of the things I'm working on finished. I really would like it. I have this house and I want to finish this one up here too. This one's finished, but this one needs to be finished too. The exterior is done. They could have added a base game toilet to it. They could have. They definitely could have. I think that they genuinely just completely missed it. I don't think they did it on purpose. They just completely forgot. This was also... Was this flop era? This was flop era. This was like, I feel like the beginning of flop era. they were easing into the flop era with this pack. Island Living is like not full flop era, but they were easing into it. I think. No, I guess yeah, it was Get Famous and Island Living, so maybe Island Living was flop era. I mean, the mermaids suck. Realm of Magic was really bad, so this is definitely flop era, I think. A door leading to a pure drop. A few stories. Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah. This was. It seems like they were struggling during this era. I don't know what it was. If they were having issues with. It seemed like they were having issues, like planning issues, fulfilling their intentions. I guess completing their goals was a huge problem for them during that time. I feel like they were really rushed. Ooh, that looks really good. I like that. I like using all of these doors as windows in this build. Does that look weird? Does anyone think that looks weird? To me, these just look like I picture these being windows you open up like this. Just like French door, like they are French doors, but they're windows, you know? They're the closest ones to like the Sims 2. I think it's the Sims 2 and the Sims 3 windows that looked like this. That like we don't have this as a window in the Sims 4, but we do have it in the older games. Rushing them to get the content out. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'm thinking rushing the devs and they don't have time to think. I feel like the builds were what's a French door? Yeah, exactly. A French door. I mean, I don't know if, in the I can't tell if you're being ironic or not, but yes. But yeah, we would call a French door in the US. I don't know what you would call it in France. But a French door is like this is a French door. This is a French door. A fully glass door with panes, we would call a French door in the US. And it's usually a set of double doors. This is a French door. Yes. They're witches, they can fly. Exactly. Should I put curtains in here? Not really. I feel like no. No, that's very fair. How do I say your name? Amanier? We only say port for everything. Yeah, very fair. Very fair. Yeah, like that specific type of door with that's full glass. It's a double door. And it's fully glass. We would call a French door. But no, that's very fair. Definitely a difference in culture sort of thing, isn't it? These are pretty. What do I need to make sure I remember that this needs to be super gaudy and awful because this is Judith Ward's house. She's a celebrity for anyone who doesn't know. She's like the most famous celebrity in the game. And her style is this is also originally a land grab mansion in my lore for my save file. So I just need to remember that it needs to be kind of bad. Gaudy, gold, and dramatic. So I got to keep that in mind. Honestly, they had a flop era with Island Paradise and Sims 3. The issues with that world were wild. They were. I remember having issues with that world, I think. However, during my Sims 3 era, I did not know or think to. I didn't think to like. I didn't participate in any like community. My dogs just barked. I wasn't like involved in the community. I just played the game on my own. I remember the game being that particular world being quite rough, and I think I actually lost I wasn't able to play. Like I would get insta crashes and stuff when I played that world, and I lost some gameplay. So from an independent account, I guess I should say, as I do remember that. Oh, this actually matches. Let's do these. Let's put this here. Is it bad DLC? Never tried it. I loved that pack. I thought it was really beautiful. I thought the world was really pretty. I used to add my own islands, or my own houses, I think, onto the secret islands. I really liked it. It just didn't run really very well. It was terribly optimized, and the game would crash really bad. There's really nothing you could do about it, at least nothing I could do about it at the time, other than just not really play very much in that world. But a really beautiful, stunning world. Let's see. That's the one expansion I refused to play despite loving the houseboats. Yeah, it was so cool. Watching people drive around in their houseboats was so fun too. I used to love that. You just see like people autonomously driving their house around, from what I remember. They deleted a port. Yeah, I remember you saying that. They deleted a port a houseboat was traveling to, which caused a lot of lag. A front door on the second floor balcony, rendering that family not able to go inside, causing more lag. That's wild. That's wild. I remember you saying that. So, and I would have never known to fix that. I would have never ever known to fix that. Yeah, the expansion pack would crash it, yeah. The expansion was good, but the world that came with it had a lot of issues, yeah. I feel like that's pretty late in development, wasn't it? Wasn't that one of the last few packs? I think it was. I think I might put those there. Let's see. I heard, I didn't play too much of The Sims 3, but I heard the DLCs still make it very laggy. Is that true? Sims 3 is rough to run, even on good PCs in the modern day. So you definitely have to be careful. You have to do a lot of maintenance as you play. That there's things you can do in order to sort of minimize the amount of issues that you have, but it's kind of hard to get rid of them entirely from what I've seen. If you play the Island Paradise gameplay with a custom world, it works fine. Oh, no, okay, that's interesting. The world was too large for the game. They were truly ahead of their time with it. Yeah. There was also a woman who was pregnant and was constantly in a state of giving birth in that world. Oh my god, that's awful. That's terrifying. That's like a nightmare. That looks pretty. That looks good. I like the blue here as well. Let's get a surface. Let's get a table. See if we can find one that matches this sort of aesthetic. She was easily fixable though, because you could just play her till she gave birth. That's really wild. I never really knew that. That's stuff that, yeah, you just would never know unless you were told, which is very unfortunate. That's the really unfortunate thing about, I don't know, sometimes like Sims bugs in general, or like with The Sims 4 even today, is that like there are so many people who play The Sims 4 or just like the Sims franchise games through the years who just like are not involved in the community at all, which is why they need to fix some of these things. Because unless you are told by somebody else in the community that you need to do this, this, and this in order to fix the game, you'll just never know. Yeah, I did not know that. I think it was one of the last few ones. That's what I remember that one coming out more. So that's what I was thinking. Should I do a real tea set? I think I'll do the fake one because I have plenty of space and I might want to do like a tea room. Although this is an American house, so would they have tea or they have coffee? They would have coffee probably. We could do a coffee bar. We could do like a whole if I could find a space, I could do like a whole like appliance sort of espresso and coffee bar. That could be kind of fun and like a lounge. It was the second to last DLC. That's what I was gonna say. Oh my gosh, Zordly, Tornado Sirens, be back later. Oh my gosh, stay safe, stay safe. Talk about a safe day. Yeah, good luck. I know, stay safe, Zordly. I'm wishing you the best. That's the worst. They need to re-release an optimized version of it for Windows like they did for Mac. Yeah, for sure. It's funny because I think, isn't The Sims 3 on sale right now? Like they're actually still selling that game. Actively selling that game. Yeah, they're actively selling that game still. Yet it's not really the most stable. Let's see. I highly recommend Salmon Woods, Saffron Bay, or Evansdale County by My Sim Reality. For anyone who has all the Sims 3 EPs, you do need to place your own Sims or let the game populate them, but they work very well with all DLCs. Well, as good as Sims 3 can run anyway. Yeah, I remember you saying that. I never even knew that custom worlds were really a thing. Because again, like, so that would be like new to me to try because I was a wee lad when The Sims 3 came out. Not really. I was a teenager and I was in middle school. I was in middle school and I just didn't know that like you could like I didn't think to be involved in the community at all. I just played it. Oh my gosh, hi Jade, welcome in. Here to create chaos. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. I'm building Judith Ward's house again. We're working on it. We're totally gonna get it finished today. Totally gonna get it finished. Of course. My thing isn't on the screen. Salmon's is my favorite though because it's a cute little fishing village around a big lake. That's very fun. My favorite world was Twinbrook. I think I was like 8 when I think I was like 8 when The Sims 3 came out. It was 2009 when Sims 3 came out, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait. That was 2009. I turned 10 in 2006, 7, 8, 9. So I would have been 13. I would have been 13 when it came out. And we got it right when it came out, I believe. My cousins like stole our Sims 2 disc. Like stole on accident. They brought their laptop over from North Carolina. We were just talking about it. From North Carolina, they came over, played The Sims, they brought their laptop to, I think, to do homework with, because by the time they would leave or something, maybe they would like have their school would start or something and they would miss a week of school or something. I don't remember. But so they needed to do homework. But they brought it over. We played The Sims a little bit, and then they accidentally forgot to take the disc out of their computer. And I just never played The Sims 2 after that. So I'm pretty sure we like went right into The Sims 3. Also playing The Sims is like we're playing together. Exactly. Except I'm locking Sims in a basement, forcing them to make me art to sell. Oh my gosh, I love that. Accidentally. Can you imagine if they maliciously took it? The stupid thing too is that like as a child, you're just like, oh well, I guess I'm just never playing that game again. It's like you couldn't just rebuy Mansion and Garden stuff or anything. It was just like, oh, I guess we're just never playing The Sims 2 again. Or you could uninstall the game and like reinstall it without Mansion and Garden, and then you can play it. Um, I would have been 5 when it came out. Really, really. I think it was 2009. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, accidentally. My favorite Maxis world was I'm blanking on the name. That one that came with Showtime. I don't remember that one as much. I didn't play in that one very much. I almost always played. What did I play? I really liked Twinbrook a lot. And Sunset Valley. I remember Sunset Valley pretty well. I loved the Goths. I also really loved the Supernatural world. Don't remember what it was called, but I liked it. I'm playing Sims Medieval. Yes, you are. I love that. A little salty they delisted it from EA app. I know. Why did they delist Sims Medieval? What happened to the Sims Medieval? My dog wants to come in. Hi, Ellie. Did you want to say hello? I opened my door with my foot, if anyone was curious. Let's see if she wants to say hi. Do you want to say hi, Ellie? You want to come up? You want to come and say hi? Hi, Ellie. Hello. She's saying hi on the wrong side, but you can see her a little bit. I'm so happy I got the game a while ago. Me too, yeah. I might have gotten it on sale. I don't remember. Little baby. Little baby. Little baby. Yeah, I don't know why I don't remember why I got it. I think I got it when you know why I got it? Your dog is so cute. Thank you. Thank you. That's Ellie. She is a sheepadoodle. She's a sheepadoodle. She's very cute. And she's laying on her bed. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think when I realized that I missed out on the Sims 2 Ultimate Collection because I didn't buy it in time, I was like, oh, what other games do I need to buy in time before they get delisted? And Sims Medieval was one of them, so I bought it, and then I've never even played the Sims Medieval, but I bought it. I think that's why I bought it. I don't think it was on sale. I do have the expansion as well. Collecting leeches. Wait, leeches on my doctor at the moment. Oh my god. I love that. Sims Medieval is crazy. Okay, let's get some lights in here. It's very dark. What lights did I end up putting around? I'm doing multiple different kinds, it seems. Which kind do I ultimately want to choose? Is it this one or this one? Or both? Let's put this one here, maybe put this one here. How much would one charge for a bangs trim? To trim your bangs? Like nothing else, just your bangs. Like going in, getting your bangs trimmed? That can't be more than like, well, when I get my haircut every 2 weeks by a hairdresser. And she charges me $14, I think, for every 2 weeks. A lot of people don't charge. That makes sense. Wouldn't charge you. That would make sense. I would maybe like $10. Maybe so if they give it to you for free, then the question is how much of a tip should you give them? Right? Because you should still give a tip, right? Even if it was free. It's a pretty good price. Yeah, she charges more for people who get their haircut less frequently, but she gives a discount to people who come more. My hairstylist friend does my hair for free. Ooh, I love that. Tip her in books. Love that. Yeah. Yeah. I think you should probably give a tip. That would be my, or like if they let you, if she lets you give them a tip, then you should give a tip. I would say maybe. But if she's gonna give it to you for free, she probably would be like, no, I'm not taking your money. But this lady who I normally go to for my whole head is saying 35. 35 for just bangs? No. How complicated is this bang haircut? Oh, stop it. Stop yelling. Oh my god. Dogs are so annoying. And I love them, but they're so annoying. My best friend's mom does hair. It might just go to her for the bangs trim. If it's just like a trimming of bangs, like I can picture if you're doing some sort of complicated like face framing layers and you're calling it a bangs haircut. Like you want to get bangs cut at like Sabrina Carpenter or something. You're like going in like that's like a whole haircut, right? So that would be different. But if you're just like my bangs are this long and I want them to be this long, that's gonna take you 5 minutes and wouldn't be very much. So it shouldn't cost $35. You do it yourself, but your scissors broke. That sounds scary. I mean, I have cut my own hair in the past, but that's different than cutting bangs. Let's see. My friend denies my money, so I told her I would give you books that I don't plan on reading. I love that. Just bangs, straight across bangs. Yeah, you should. I feel like that's not that much. I usually do. My only pair of scissors broke, and your girl is so poor. Go to Walmart, maybe get a pair of. I feel like a new pair of scissors would cost less than $35. They're going to charge you $35 to do your bangs. Since the pandemic, yeah, I like to get my hair faded, like shorter on the sides, along the top. I can't do that myself. I can't. I've tried. It's too difficult. I can't mirror. Mirrors don't work for me. Like I can't like work with mirrors and like my brain can't comprehend the way mirrors work and it's very difficult for me to do. I wish that I could. Like I feel like I could do the haircut on another person potentially, but I can't do it to myself. At Pigletish. Hi, Annalie. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Hi, Annalie. Hello, hello. There's no way I charge $35 for that. Yeah, me either. But yeah, I can totally buzz my hair off on my own if it was all in length. And I used to during the pandemic, but I could. But I just can't do the whole two lengths thing and then fading it between on the line. I just can't do that. It's too difficult. I first cut my bangs back in 2021 when I was engaged to a guy who I wasn't wanting to marry. I cut my bangs 3 days later, bleached my hair, and then the next day dyed it blue. I love that. I was totally fine, by the way. Good, good, good. I'm glad to hear. Cutting long hair is more forgiving than short. For sure, for sure. Curly hair also, you can't really mess up curly hair very easily. Unless you cut it short. Exactly. I get split dye, black on top, blonde on my. Ooh, I love that. I used to do it myself, but I got it done professionally one time, and it was so obvious how bad it was before. I get that, yeah. I trained as a hairdresser though. If you want to come over for a sleepover, I'll do all your hair. Oh, I love that. It's amazing. Hello, hello. How are you? Thank you for the shout out. I'm doing well, and you're welcome. I'm doing well. It is. I don't know. Oh, I do. You want to see the my plant shelf that's over my desk? A picture? You want to see a picture of my desk setup? Ooh, my grandpa helped. My grandpa made this wooden shelf for me. Only helped me put it up over the weekend. I got it for my birthday. I have kind of a simple hairstyle, I guess. Hope it looks decent. Shaving the back is the worst. Yeah, I can't mirror. Yeah, I can't do that. It's too difficult. Uh, I'll dip you. I'll tip you in blue cheese ranch. Okay, love that. Love that. Breakup hair is real for sure. For sure. Jake, I'd like a tip. Oh my god. Uh, so cute. Isn't it really awesome? I love all my plants. I have a jungle now on my desk, just how it should be. It wasn't even a breakup yet. I didn't realize I wanted out of that relationship so bad. We were having problems in the bedroom, and he suggested um, going outside of the relationship. And so I slept with a girl, and then immediately cried for 2 hours after because I realized I was gay and that I didn't want to marry him. Oh well, wow. That's well. There you go. There you go. Glad you got out and got cute bangs in the meantime. Exactly. The pin. The pin. Someone pin this. I'm on mobile. I'm so terrified to have plants around my desk because of the water and electronics. Something that helps is that I water all of these. The only one, this is the only one that's filled with water because it's leca. So it just needs to not fall. Also, the shelf is not flat. It's well, it has a lip. Like I specifically asked for the shelf to. You can't tell in this picture, but the top of the shelf is like inset by like maybe half an inch. So there's a lip, so they can't really fall off or shake off. And this is the only one filled with water. And all the rest of them, I will water those at the sink, and then after they're completely drained, I put them back. So none of them should get anything wet, other than this one, which we just won't drop it. Oh hi, hello Asia, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, this looks so lovely. I'm so happy with it. It's like perfect for me. Yeah, happy Pride. Oh my gosh, happy Pride, everyone. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sadly now married to a man despite being hella gay. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that. I think being married to a man sounds great to me. Coffee acquired. Ooh, what kind of coffee did you get? I need to know. I bought coffee this morning. Well, I bought coffee beans this morning because I ran out of the kind that I like. I want to shelter all my plants inside, but the cats keep climbing onto it. Oh no, oh no. I'm glad I do not have any cats to disturb my plants currently. Just my coffee I make every morning. Well, there you go. I love making my own coffee. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. No, I don't dis. We would have. I would need to make sure that the cats don't get the plants, Puma. And need to make sure that I would need to make sure that cats don't get the plants. We can figure out a way. They can be in one room or high enough where the cats can't get on top of. How that happen? Do you still have the cute bangs at least? Yeah, that'd be my problem. Mars is a climber. Ugh. I'll probably have bangs for the rest of my life. I love bangs. I think they're great. I fell in love with. I just fell in love with the person with the penis. I deeply miss women. Oh my god, I love them. But I also deeply love my husband. Just wish he had a vag sometimes. Yeah, yeah. I'm married to a man. My condolences. I'm kidding. I sadly love men. I love men too. I love men as well. Me too. Me too. Some men. Some men. Oh, the in love bit really matters. Yeah, exactly. That's the most important part. I feel like the world would be a better place if we just like if it didn't matter. I'm gay, but I feel like the pansexual life sounds good. But unfortunately, I'm gay. Oh my gosh, Annalie, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Let's see. Me too, except the brand I buy is dumb expensive now at the grocery store. I get like actual coffee beans that I grind, and it's like changed my life. And I get it at like a local coffee shop uh, every couple weeks, and it's like it changed my life, which is dramatic and true. The coffee, you don't realize how terrible the coffee is that you're drinking until you actually grind the coffee beans yourself. If being gay was a choice, I sure as hell wouldn't be with men. Very fair, very fair. All my plants are on shelves that are hard to reach, so my cats can't get them. Perfect, perfect. See, I think this shelf, if there was a cat in the world, they would have to guess climb on my desk and then on top of the shelf. The shelf is very high up. Mine climb, but not high but not high shelves. I wonder if there's something like they have no. We have a little puppy. My sister has a little puppy. They have like no chew spray that like tastes really nasty that you can like spray on whatever you want that you stop them from chewing on. The puppy seems to ignore it. She's very like when she wants to chew on something, she insists even if her mouth tastes terrible afterward. But I feel like maybe you could do something like that with cats, right? Maybe spray something that they don't like on the shelf and maybe they'll stay away. I don't know. It depends on how persistent your cat is, I guess. All my plants are on shelves that are hard to reach, so my cats can't get them. Yeah, I think I already read that. But yeah, that's perfect. I have water propagated pothos on my counter, and it came out of my bedroom this morning. To them being eaten. Oh no! Oh no! Jade, that plant that you talked about, that plant that you showed in the Discord, it is the in this picture that I showed you. This plant right here is the exact same plant. That's the same plant. Mine climb, but not high shelves. Well, that's very nice. If you have to be straight, at least have bangs is the motto of the stream. Exactly. Exactly. Cries in single Los Angeles. No, 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 no. Mars and my grandmother's cat fought by the spider plant she has and absolutely obliterated its leaves. No, that's the worst. The men I like are gay men. Me too. What a coincidence. I'm starting kind of pan. It seems like a fun situation to be in. My man, a little gay, thank God. He's a twink and a mod. I'm so here for it. Oh my gosh, that's the best thing I've ever heard, Jade. What's it like to live my dream? Cats hate tinfoil. You can put it down and they won't drip over there. That's a great idea. I changed to a plastic container, so hopefully that helps. Yeah, that'll help. It's drying out too quickly in the terracotta will suck the moisture right out of the plant, which is why it's good in like for cactuses and succulents and stuff that really hate being wet. I don't remember what that's in reaction to, Subterior. I know it's too late. It's too late. But yes. When I move, I'm going to leave most of my houseplants with my ex. Please don't judge me. You can get new houseplants. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You got to leave everything in the past. You know what I mean? You got to start new. Get fresh houseplants that don't remind you of your ex. Exactly. Right? That's how it goes. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. I don't remember. I've gotten like so much done building. My ads start in 2 minutes, by the way. If you get caught in the ads, I appreciate you sticking through them. They help me out. And I will be back after the ads play. Someone said the man. Oh, that's what I thought it was after thinking about it. When said the men I like are gay men, and you're like, me too. What a coincidence! Oh, there you go. Yes. Yes. What was I saying too? I expected this. Is that surprising? Okay. You expected it for me to not get anything done. Yeah, well, yeah. I have nothing to say. Same, huh? What is this? Small world. What a coincidence. We're all that we all like gay men. So weird for leaving my the judgment, I mean, for leaving my plans. You can leave your plans. You can leave your plans. No, you should leave your plans. If they remind you of something like a toxic era of your life or something, even like leave them. You know what I mean? Like, or you should take them specifically to let them die on purpose. I think we're all, yeah. I need to get that as a soundbite. But that requires me to like actually put in effort into streaming stuff. If the bad vibes are associated, yeah, I think you should actually like take one of them that like maybe really reminds you of the time and purposely let it die. I think leaving them because some of them have perished a little, yeah, for sure. I think symbolically you should find one that like you really don't like. Oh my god, my ads are playing already. How's it been 2 minutes? Didn't I just say they were gonna play in 2 minutes? Spider Plant and Monstera. Those are good choices. Are you abandoning your orchid? But that has entered the house in separation. Yeah. Take your favorites. Leave the last to perish. Yeah, exactly. I saw the orchid. I think it was the orchid that Wen posted. That black orchid. That was cool. That was really cool. I would have that. I would definitely get something like that. Abandoning. Oh my god. Houseplants are family. You cannot leave them behind. Exactly. Exactly. They're your children or something. They are. Yeah. Which is why I hate when they all get root rot and die. And at like everything that I touch dies. That's how I feel. I feel like anyone watched Fairly Odd Parents as a kid. Remember Timmy's mom? The line everything that I touch dies, and like literally she touches the plant and it immediately completely wilts and dies. That's how I feel sometimes. That's how I feel sometimes. Is this gonna be the tea room? Should I do that? Should I do like a bar? I feel like I could do like an actual a bar. Like a coffee bar. But that there's not really any room for on the walls. There's room in here on the walls. Maybe it'd be good over here. We could do storage over here and like a little kitchenette. I feel like that makes sense. I should wait. I should wait. The next 30 seconds. We'll wait for the ads. We'll wait for the ads. Stupid ads. The stupid ads. Yeah. Somehow it's been an hour. That's not fair. I don't understand how the time flies so fast. And I haven't even done anything. Welcome back from ads. Welcome back from ads. I appreciate you guys sticking through them. The stupid ads are over. But I was just thinking, I was just saying during the ads that I want to do like a coffee bar. And I think I want it to be over here because I need a wall. So that's what I'm doing. I also wanted to say that since we were having a conversation about being gay and prideful and stuff during Pride, I want to say that for me, pride is subjective. That what pride means is subjective and different for everyone. I want to say that. And also, you don't, I want to reiterate that being prideful and being part of the LGBT community should be about morals and values, not about things you can't control. So if you're straight and cis, those are things you can't control. And what's important is your values, and that's what makes you part of the community or not what your sexuality is. On a serious note, because I really find that to be really important. So I just want to say it for anyone who needs to hear it. Because I think, especially think about the number of kids who are like raised by LGBT parents who maybe all end up straight anyway. And imagine like how you would feel if maybe you were felt like grown up, or like you grew up kind of feeling excluded by your own family and your own parents who say that you can sort of watch us be prideful from the margins, from the sidelines, you know. So just saying that you can be the exact evil that you made the community to fight against. You can end up being that way. Just a reminder. You can flip it around and do the exact same thing. So just be careful that you're not making, because we didn't make the community to make people feel excluded. That was not the point. Love is love, and self-love is the most important relationship you have. Exactly. Yep. Love for yourself and others has no bounds in regards to gender and sexuality. Yeah, exactly. So do what you can in order to find love for yourself as well. Not to be cheesy and sappy, but it is really important to me that everyone sort of we just exclude the haters. Exactly. Like there are plenty of bad people out there who are technically accepted into the LGBT community simply because they're gay, for instance. But just because you're gay, like, if doesn't mean you're automatically included in my community. Like, if you support Trump and you're also gay, like, you're not the same as me. We aren't the same. We aren't even close to being the same. And I don't see us as I don't see us relatable at all. But my own mother, I can relate to far more, and she's straight. And would support me and any other gay person, regardless of anything. Just because you're gay doesn't mean you're a good person. Exactly. Just because you're straight doesn't mean you're a bad person. Because we can't control what we like, and we can't control whether we like our own body or not. If you're gay and supporting Trump, the contradiction. Exactly. And there are unfortunately people out there who are like that. Do I want this coffee bar to be? Yeah. So it's just something I want to bring up on occasion, just because I'm really adamant about that we don't forget the way. Like make sure that you stay on, that we don't get too salty, because I understand it's like there is a lot of joy, and like it's very easy to get salty about it and angry at the wrong people. Just make sure you're getting angry at the right people. Get angry at the right people, I think, is a good thing, a good thing to live by as well. Love yourself and love Jake's mother. Exactly. Exactly. Mind the double standards. Exactly. Love yourself and love Jake's mother. There you go. Exactly. Seriously, I do feel like I have a lot of love and gratitude to your mother. She's done an amazing job. Oh, thank you so much. And so has everyone who has had a hand in raising you. Oh my God, that's so nice. That's so nice. Thank you. Yeah, I love this community. I think it's great. I love the people that I've found here. You guys are amazing. You're hilarious. You're all like way funnier than I am. And I love being around all of you funny people. You all make me laugh. And just know that I'm a huge lurker, but like I do enjoy seeing all of your comments in the Discord and everything. Even if I don't actually comment on it, I do enjoy it and I am there. I just forget to actually respond sometimes. But do know that I do see it. Good peeps in here. Yeah, exactly. I think so too. Um, when I had to break up with my first fiance because I realized how gay I was worried about telling my parents because my mom had made homophobic comments in the past. And when I told her, she was like, "Well, baby, gay people can get married too." Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think there have been people, family members that I've told who support me and always have since I've come out, who maybe would have made a joke that was rude in the past. I don't even remember. But some people that I've told, some close family members, were like their first thought was panic. Was like, oh my God, have I ever said anything that would have offended him without realizing? I came out when I was 20, and so there's plenty of time for people to have like around me to have said maybe homophobic things. I don't remember anything in particular from these people. They're all good people, and it's you can tell they're good people because that was their first thought was pure panic of oh my gosh, what have I said? What if I've said something offensive? You know. Um, I do have the tendency to either respond immediately or in 10 hours. I feel like that is exactly the same way as me. I can completely relate to that. My family is mostly Trump supporters. Oh no, that's awful. It's a crazy thing to deal with. I can imagine. I'm very fortunate to not have that be the case. I've run out of money. I need to give Judith more money. She should have infinite money. BB enable free build. I'll do that instead. I'm so glad that that's not the case for me. Same when people say it's okay, I still love you. Yeah. It's like I still love you despite. It's like, oh, okay, thanks. Uh yeah. There's a bit of forgiveness as well that you need to give people when they first learn, because there have been people, I don't know, like sometimes like I've had people when I come out, when I've come out to them, they say, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" It's like, yeah, I'm sure. I didn't just like come up with this out of nowhere. I've only thought about this since I was like 13 and I'm coming out when I was 20. It only took me 7 years to make this decision. I think I've thought it through. Uh, like things I didn't realize out for debate. Yeah, exactly. I never actually came out to my best friend. She just came over one day for my graduation party on 18. I told her. Her reaction was like, "Oh, cool. So is there food here?" I love that reaction. The like, yes, okay, that's awesome, good for you sort of reaction is kind of like the best one. The whole like, okay, no big deal. Yes, and is great. Oh my god, my mom said, "I think you're explaining." That's the like the not believing sort of thing, like thinking it's a phase or something is the worst. That's kind of why I'm glad that I came out when I was later, when I went like late, when I was an adult. So I didn't have to deal with the not believing. Uh, I think something else you have to remember too is that like as somebody who is part of the LGBT community, you've had so much more experience. It doesn't mean that I'm not trying to I guess I am trying to defend a little bit, is that you have to remember you've done a lot more thinking about this than anyone else you tell has, especially like for the most part with family members. So just remember, there is a chance they might say something ignorant, but that's what you're there for. You're there to teach them, and hopefully they come around and eventually, a few years later, or a few months later, or maybe even after you explained it to them instantly, they realize how silly it was for them to say whatever it was they said. Um, Hopefully. So I guess that's the way that I like to think about it. I am very grateful that I haven't had too many crazy reactions. I have had people say um, things like saying, "Oh well, I kind of knew the whole time," sort of thing, and I hate that reaction. Are you sure? Oh my god, yeah, like that's the worst. That's the worst. But I'll like Yeah, it's kind of like just like an off the cuff sort of, are you sure sort of thing. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. But again, there's a lot of ignorant things that can come out of parents, I think, who just have never thought about it before. Uh, it's so backhanded, yeah. Supporting Trump is undoubtedly awful, but I can um, also see how, in the current climate, good people can become fearful and to misdirect that. It doesn't excuse the harm it creates to support him, but I still have hope. People return to the light. Absolutely. For sure, for sure. I think you're exploring. That's wild, or wild reaction, Asia. When I told my aunt I was attracted to other genders, she said everyone is a bit gay, and I was like, no, I know that's a silly thing to say too. Oh my gosh, hi Zach, welcome in. How are you? How are you doing? We're having a very gay conversation. I hope that you're doing well. My mom, yelled at me when I came out as bisexual in middle school over Facebook, um, and then and it took me years to tell her I'm actually a lesbian because of that reaction. Yeah, that's really rough. That's really rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Uh, uh, Zach needs a shout out as well if that hasn't happened. Okay, never mind. It has happened. Okay. Everyone follow Zach, by the way. When I talked to her about it later, she was like, "Well, yeah, I don't think anyone should have to come out. I think they should just be exactly is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I never came out straight. Exactly. That's the difference. That's the difference for sure. And that's when people say, "Well, how could you be prideful over this?" It's like, well, and like why is there a difference? The difference is you don't have to come out as straight, but I have to come out as gay. That's the difference. Um, by people and people wondering when they're going to uh, pick being gay or straight must being. That's the thing about being bi or pan is that you have people from all sides who are just sort of looking at you saying like, "Are you serious?" and judging you, which is the worst. That's just I'm sort of waiting for you to actually pick one. I think, which is really that's rough. That's so rough. I gets this question a lot. Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, but like, which one do you actually like more? I learn things every day. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I've been excluded from the community because I'm with a man despite being more sexually romantically attracted to women. Exactly, and it shouldn't be that way. That's why I like to reiterate that it's not about who you're with. It's not about what you like. It's not about what gender you are and whether your gender conforms with gender norms of a society or anything. It's just about ideology. It's not about any of that, and it's more become more complicated than it needs to be. It's just about whether you believe love is love or not. The best thing you can say is thank you for telling me. Exactly. Exactly. My little brother, that's basically what his reaction was. He was so happy that I told him, which is really sweet. He had a really great reaction. He gave me a hug and just was very, very happy that I told him. uh, People treat anyone who dates the opposite gender in this community like trash, despite them being attracted to both. It's exhausting. Yeah, yeah. You just have to be careful. Um, is that you just want to make sure that you're not that in the LGBT community that we're not being the same way that we the people we are trying to avoid and create the community to fight against are because we don't want to basically be like straight people these straight people that we made the community to fight against. Uh, like if you knew or it was obvious or had a hunch, just thank you for telling me. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I'm honored you felt safe enough to tell me. Yeah, that's really nice too. I passed it straight, so my family was shocked. Um, I was surprised. I was really expecting people, my parents, excuse me, especially. I was really expecting them to say, "Oh, thank you for telling us. We kind of had a feeling. No, thank you for telling us." But they seemed like they were genuinely so shocked. They insisted they had no idea, which I was fully expecting a reaction of, "Oh, thank you for finally coming out. We've been waiting for you to come out on your own terms for years." That's what my reaction was, or that's what I thought. When I first started dating, doing my husband's, after I had my previous engagement and started dating women, uh, she was like, "Are you sure? Remember what happened the last time you dated a man?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are you being an ally because you're also being a bitch right now?" Oh my gosh, that's wild. You don't deserve to be excluded or disrespected. You are who you are. You and other people should respect it. Exactly, for sure. When I was customizing all the sim sexualities, it was very important that some of my married sims were bi or pan, because like you don't stop being bi or pan when you date someone. Exactly, for sure, 100%. Differences also rights to love who you love. Exactly, that you're not at risk of having your rights taken away. Uh, People should get to celebrate the rights they fought for sure, for sure. I thought I was bi when I was a teen, but with age, I realized appreciating someone's looks is not the same as attraction. I never, yeah, I never thought that I was bi ever. I started realizing I was gay when I was like 13. And at the time, I thought it was a phase and I was not happy about it. It took me a really long time to not only accept it, but also be proud and happy about it. That took me a really long time. Uh, but eventually, I did come to terms with it, and actually, I would never change anything now. Of course, it's made me a better person. Let's see. But like, I couldn't tell anyone until I was. It's kind of like whenever I hear people who have like trouble with alcohol or something, I it always reminds me of how I felt actually coming out as gay as a teenager. Or is that like some people will never be able to that you before you can actually come out to other people, you have to come out to yourself first. And like when you have something wrong, I feel like it's similar. Is that a lot of people are in denial about it and can't really come out to other people until they actually come out to themselves. And some people will just like never get past that. Like they'll never be able to come out to others because they will never accept it for themselves. And I feel like being part of the LGBT community can also be that way sometimes. I don't know. Hi, Zaring, welcome in. How are you? Bi people in hetero relationships are still bi, and it's sad that loving who they love compromises some of their visibility. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. I don't like that these are flickering. My family was not surprised about being gay. Everyone had that look of, "Oh, thank God he finally said it." Oh, I was like, well, glad I waited so long. Yeah. I mean, I was really nervous of that reaction as a teenager. However, obviously, that's not a bad reaction necessarily either. It's maybe a little bit less pressure than coming out to someone who you know has zero clue. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, I definitely had to come out to my. It took me 7 years to come out to myself, basically, because obviously, like I've always been gay, and like after looking back, looking back at my time, like as a child,
and as a teenager, I personally don't think things like, for instance, like the toys that you play with necessarily really mean anything. Uh, I did like Barbies and stuff, and I actually just mentioned today in another stream that like there's a video of me asking for a my size Barbie. There's a video of me like sit on Santa's lap. I'm going like this with my hand, asking because I wanted the my size Rapunzel Barbie, and I remember that Barbie, and I remember wearing that dress and spinning around in it because I thought it was fun. Did that Barbie make me gay? No. Um, but uh, but looking back, also I was gonna say my when I was little, when I was probably I think it was I would have been like 9 or 10. I remember my first crushes, and this was like reflecting back later. I realized that my first crushes, like celebrity crushes, were Taylor Lautner, not in Twilight. Taylor Lautner when he played Shark Boy in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. He would have been like 13. I would have been like 10 or something. And I was like, at the time, I was like, wow, I really want to be friends with him. But looking back, and I was like, oh, you totally had a crush on him at the time, which is so funny looking back. And then my other one is Raviv Ullman from Phil of the Future. Does anyone remember Phil of the Future? But Raviv Ullman was my other crush, my like first crushes. Those are the two people that I remember like actively looking back on and saying, you know what, those I definitely had crushes on them as a kid. Not Shark Boy, I know. Is that the funniest thing ever? It's so funny. It took me 30. It however long it takes. It took me a long time. It took me a long time. Uh, and honestly, I didn't realize that not everyone is attracted to all genders until I was like 16 years old. Yeah, it takes a long time to realize that. I think you just think that you're normal because the chances, well, normal. Um, excuse me. I think because chances are is that you are normal, and I don't know because the chances of you being straight seem like they're like they are like a lot higher. So you think that you're just like normal and like maybe that is what being straight is, but then you realize you are different and you are part of the minority. That can take a really long time. Uh, I knew I was attracted to men at such a young age. Whenever I would see the shirtless men in the soap operas, my mom would watch, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, I love that, I love that." It's so funny. I had no idea until I was like in middle school. Uncle Jesse on Full House was my childhood crush. I love that. That's amazing. It's funny because there's this joke on Family Guy about how ignorant parents are like, my boy will only play with boy toys, and it's like GI Joe who is all jacked and like chiseled and frankly homoerotic. And Stewie goes, "Your gay son is wait, your gay son is on you, buddy." Oh my god, that's amazing. It's so funny. Okay, let's actually like make progress, shall we? Uh, I have the things here, a coffee bar. There's also some like things, foods, and there's a tea machine. They don't think that they need anything else other than that. But yeah, I don't think. I mean, gender norms is kind of a similar conversation, but also different, and it also really irritates me. But also, I can admit that there is hypocrisy because, as annoying as I find gender norms, I am fully aware that some of the things I am physically attracted to in men are because of they're just straight up gender norms, like big muscly men or whatever, and like certain outfits or whatever that straight men would wear, or like the gym or whatever, or the way that men act is something that I'm attracted to, as irritating as it is, because they are just norms of society that I don't believe are actually inherent at all. But is that should I just put a shelf here? Maybe we lower this. We put some mugs and things on here. one of my four Barbies I have made me a little emotional. She has a curvy build, big afro. I remember putting my hand in the box to get her out and realizing her hair feels exactly like mine. Oh my god. That's I can imagine. That's like so nice. Let's do some mini cups that are let's do some smaller cups maybe and maybe some really small ones. Could this is this the size of like an espresso shot, do we think? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to really get them to be where I want them to unless I alt place them because this game is dumb. Shelves are the worst. Do I know this song? Yeah. Yeah. When I told him I do know the song. When I told my mom I wanted to change my name, she took a deep breath and was like, "Okay, what do you want to change it to?" And I said Jade, and she was like, "Does that mean you're still a girl?" And I was like, yeah. What?" And she started crying, and she's like, "Oh, thank God! Oh my God! I thought you were about to tell me that you were trans, which would be okay. It really would, but you're my only daughter, and that would stop losing the daughter." Yeah, I bet that reaction can be very conflicting. But like, I get the sentiment. I do feel like the same thing with coming out as gay. Honestly, too, is the same way. Is that when your parent thinks of you as one in one way, or just like the people that you know think of you in one way, and then you come out to them as being trans or being gay or whatever, that image of them or that like that person who they thought you were is gone, and that can be very traumatic. I think for somebody, I think especially when you come out as trans or something too, like that can be very distressing because like the process of transitioning can be thought of in a way as like kind of one person is leaving and another person is like to you as somebody who's trans maybe it's different, but like to other people it can kind of be like that person is gone and a new person is here. So it can kind of conflicting, like they do have to mourn a little bit. Yeah, for that's yeah, exactly. Like I don't like the Kardashians, but them grieving Bruce was so fucking real. Exactly, exactly. That you're mourning the loss. It's kind of the loss of a person. Yeah, and you have to like get to know this new person because they're actually finally able to be who they were. But on the outside, they were probably somebody completely different. I have some gender norms that appeal to me the same as Jake. Actually, we have discussed this, but as far as choosing a partner, they don't play a factor nearly as much for. Oh, exactly, very true. As personality, for sure. Well, but that is like the human condition. It's not inherently closed-minded to be like I'm attracted to what societal masculinity looks like. Exact, very true. It's just a matter of having the mindset that it doesn't have to be one way or the other, and that it's a construct at the end of the day for sure. It just applies where it applies. No, exactly, exactly. It's very fair. That's why I don't hate gender norms. Like I don't hate them. I hate some aspects about them, and I hate the way that people use them to defend sexism and stuff. But I don't like hate all of everything about them inherently. I just wish it's just okay to mix it up. It's just okay. It's fine. You don't have to pick one side or the other. There's nobody telling you. There's nobody who should be telling you that you have to do that. You can be feminine and masculine. Everyone is. Everyone has or should have a feminine and masculine side to them. You know. Uh, that's how I feel my family would take it. Oh, I've only told my mom so far. Oh yeah, I think some people. I don't know. Like I even still, I'm 30 now. came out when I was 20, and there's still people who I haven't explicitly told that I'm gay because I've been single uh, up to like this year. And even still, my boyfriend doesn't live around here. So until it doesn't, I don't really want to have a conversation with some of the annoying people who I know I don't want to tell, really, until I have to. There's nobody, luckily, in my family who would, I don't think there's anybody in my family who would be terrible about it. There's only a couple people left who I haven't told. Almost everyone I've told. I'm definitely very feminine and attracted to very masculine men, and it doesn't extend into how I think people should be. It's just that I know how I am and why I'm attracted to it. Exactly. Exactly. What I'm most attracted to is someone I can sit and vibe with for hours. I want a companion at this point. Very fair. Very true. In addition to grieving who you thought your kid was while loving and welcoming who they are, exactly. I think it's also okay for the parents to hold grief for their kids' life being harder. Yes, exactly. That too. Yeah. Than if they were cis het. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Did you hear that Jake has a boyfriend? I know. Who could it possibly be? Who could it be? I know his boyfriend very well. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. What a coincidence. Me too. Is he nice? He's very nice. He's very nice. Yes, he's very nice. He's very kind. He's very sweet. I was kind of forced out of the closet before I was ready. That's the worst. I'm sorry to hear that. So, with that girl while I was engaged, and I started researching what it meant to be gay, how to end an engagement, new apartments, etc. Apparently, your Safari is connected to your Chrome, which I didn't know. Oh, interesting. So I slept with this girl on Saturday. Matt found out on a Sunday, and we had to call off the wedding the same day. Oh my god! And then tell people why the wedding was off. Oh, that's wild. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. It's quite the sounds like a nightmare situation. He tries. He tries. Yeah. Let's get some curtains on here. I'm building so quickly. Is this like good? Is this going in a good direction? I think it is. I think so. Coffee bar, tea bar, sort of thing. It's a huge house. Um, yeah, that's really rough. That's really rough. Um, I have like I've told the most important people in my life, and I'm very happy to have had all of them be like support me, including my grandparents, which I'm very grateful for. My grandmother is not a super. She doesn't really show her affection very much. She's very like stone cold sort of person on her exterior. She shows her love in other ways, but um, she didn't really even tell her kids that she loved them until she saw her own kids telling her grandkids that like I love you. After she saw that, she sort of softened a bit and started telling her own kids I love you after her kids are full grown adults, like in their 50s was the first time, and which is really amazing. But my grandmother is not a super outwardly loving person, and she told me that I will love you regardless who you choose to love. She said I will always love you, regardless of who you choose to love, which was like the nicest thing coming from her that I've ever heard. It was the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me, because of who said it. Progressive grandparents. Yes. 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 They are, but they're like progressive boomers. They're like Grandma Jake, yes, she's amazing. They are amazing, and I respect them a lot. Like they're people I respect more than almost anyone, especially her. I respect people who are able to change, and she's someone who's definitely seen life as an opportunity to, especially in her later years, reflecting on her own self and her own actions in the past, and able to admit to herself that they were wrong and that she was wrong, and she has changed. She's like actually a different person than she was when she was younger, and I think someone being able to admit that is one of the most important qualities in a person ever that you could have. And so I really, really highly respect her. Even if she may be wrong sometimes. Uh, them both. Both my grandparents are like that. That they're willing to change and willing to hear someone out. You know, that's kind of a rare thing, especially among their generation. Usually people that old are sort of set in their ways and not really willing to accept any new ideas, but they are not really like that. They're actually able to hear someone out and change their opinion and actually look at themselves in the past and the things that they've done and apologize for them years later. I asked my parents to tell my grandparents, and my grandma was like, "Oh, well, you know, when I was in college, I had sex with a girl for a while before your grandfather." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's wild. That's wild." That's wild. Your grandma's just like, you're like, you're a bit of a panic. That looks kind of good. I kind of like this wallpaper in here. It's like really ornate, which I think makes sense for in this house. Yeah, it's quite wild being forced to do these kinds of to come out to family. It's very scary because you never know how the most important people in your life are gonna react. It's so nerve-wracking. I'm very grateful to not have been in a situation where, or like, I'm very grateful for my family, I guess. The 40s or 50s, so kind of a big deal, but at the same time, please don't tell me that. Yeah, that's very funny. I love that. I love that she was just like ready to just basically come out to you. Um, the song. We're having a serious conversation, and this is playing. Is this fine to put there? It is, but yeah, that's fine. We'll put plants in front of it. It'll be fine. And it looks good. It looks like it's meant to be there. Yeah. I definitely think that because of the way I was raised, I would have always been like a. I would, if I was straight, I don't think, like, I definitely would always be somebody who cares. But like, if I was about like people in general and people's rights and everything, it's just the way that I was raised. But I just think that I wouldn't be nearly as knowledgeable. I couldn't possibly be as knowledgeable or care as much as I do currently if I was straight. And like actually like really thinking in depth about all people of various different minorities, whether it's minorities in the US like race wise or sexuality wise or anything. I wouldn't have, you know, had an opportunity or a reason, I guess, to think about it. Just like how a lot of people go through life. Our parents, a generation, especially, if you're my age, like again, like they just never had to think about it before, so they didn't. Just I'm glad that that's not the case. My first girlfriend, my parents really didn't like her, and at the time I thought they were just being homophobic, and I'm like, oh no, that girl just sucked. And my good dad was like, it took you 12 years to realize that girl sucked. Oh my god. He was like, I don't care who you date, but someone who smokes cigarettes is where I draw the line. Oh my god. Yeah. There you go. There you go. I feel like, let me look at these again. Do these come in white? They, ooh, these are nicer. I feel like those might be nicer in here. Are they off-white just like a tiny bit? Maybe. I feel like they match with this color though. Let's put down this maybe, and then put this here. And get rid of this and put down the matching. Yeah, this will look better in here. Look more like a built-in that makes sense in this room. Obviously, it's different than the kitchen, but it's fine. Let's put that there. And then these are a little bit odd. Should there be a sink in here? I feel like it would maybe look better without a sink. Oh my god, thank you for the save the game, Jade. And the hydrate. I was just about to grab my water. I like inherently do that. I haven't heard the song in a long time. It's been very long. My game is taking forever to save. Is this a butler's pantry? I think I'm going for like a coffee bar. Like instead of a lot of sometimes in like big mansions I like to do like a tea room. Is this gonna ever save? Hello? Sometimes I like to do a tea room in like a big fancy house. And so that's kind of what this is like a tea room, but this is the US. So I picture a coffee room instead of a tea room. That's the vibes. Like a coffee bar. So like a coffee room, honestly. Like maybe this is like a breakfast sort of room sort of thing. Maybe long save so scary. Yeah. It seemed like it felt normal. I don't know how to explain that, but like it felt right and fine. Because the build is so large. This build is obnoxious. Yeah. These are actually usable, I think. One of these are. One of these trays. God, I hate the fact that I'm going to have to freaking all place all of these things. Is like the worst. Also, I hate the way the appliances look, which is why I use these small counters instead of the big ones. Because if I use the small counters, I can place them closer together. If I do, like, place one of these, maybe. Or that one has a lip on it. Oh, this counter just has lips on it, which is dumb. I could make it like... Oh, interesting. Maybe I use these instead. Oh, these still have the lip on it. Still might be good. Anyway, I want it to be able to place these appliances closer together. Because it really bothers me that how far apart they are. And this game is just... I don't like how I can't all place things. Like, that's something that's kind of fun about Paralives. Is that things just snap to the surface. You just put them wherever you want. these I could maybe intersect more. Because the top is solid white instead. That's something else here. The other one that I was using, this one, has marbled top, and so I can't really clip them together or intersect them as easily, I guess. I guess I just have to suffer. I guess I just have to suffer. Is that good? I guess that's fine. I don't know. Let's put a couple of these down. Are my ads playing? My ads are going to play kind of soon. Let's put that. Let's alt place that and place another one, the opposite one on the other side. Thank you guys for the deep conversation, by the way, too. I don't always. Sometimes I like to avoid conversations like that. A little bit, not avoid, I guess, but sometimes you just like a lot of times it's nice to just like not have to. You just want to be in stream. You just want to vibe, and you don't really want to have to, like to think. I guess I don't know. So I want to provide that for people who just want to chill and vibe, and just hear some build gameplay and some music. But sometimes, yeah, you gotta have the tough conversations, you know. We've got the right vibe in chat today. Exactly, exactly. Sometimes you just gotta have the tough conversations. You gotta, if like, yeah, I guess if you have something important to say, you gotta say it. Is this snapped to this? It is. Can you go like there? Do these come in like any different bonbon colors and stuff? They do. So I could put a second one if I wanted. This one's chocolate. Come on, maybe we could size it down too, just make it look even more different. Put it somewhere else. Put that there. And put that back, and we'll change the color to a different one. The chocolate one is what I said. There's also a couple things from Get Together because that pack came with the cafes. So there's a couple things that we could put in here. I guess one thing would be a better way to describe that. One glass case dessert display. I think this could be good. Okay. Good. Let's get some paper towels. Oh, Asia, by the way, how'd the rest of your stream go? You stream late, so by the time your stream ends, I've gone to bed. How'd the rest of your stream go yesterday? Did you ended up working on like a school or something, right? I think you were. What were you working on? Like maybe like an art school or something. That build was looking pretty cool. It was good. Lost steam at the end. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Did you get it finished? Because you had to like completely redo the interior. It looked like. Yeah. yeah, you'll have to look at those gems too that I made. I have a couple, yeah, on my gallery. This one, this one's wild. This one's like a very it's a clothing optional back room. It's a very gay gym where the whole point I wasn't even gonna post this. I built this like for myself. Where the vibes were, and I was gonna send it to Puma, of course. Was I wanted to make a nightclub where the locker room was the dance floor of the back room. Like the locker room became the dance floor at night. That was the vibes. So that's what that is. And I'm like, that's probably not the vibes that maybe she's thinking, but it's a fun build. It's a very fun build, but I just don't know if it's the right vibes. This one is meant to go. This is the Sky Fitness build, and it's meant to look as close to the building as I possibly could make it. I possibly could. That was intended to be an art school, but we were turning into gymnastics gym. That's what you were doing. Okay. Yeah, nice. Love them. I like Magnolia Promenade. It's kind of fun. I feel like I could redo mine. It's been a while. I currently have, what do I have there? I have a cafe, excuse me, a cafe and bookstore. I have a residential rental that is excuse me. Actually, is it a residential rental? I don't even think it's a small business. It's just a house. It was before all that. It's a flower shop. It's a house that has a flower shop attached. And then I have a restaurant that I've never gone to. And something I do use is I have a a vet's office or veterinarian, a vet clinic there. Because again, I play like regionally, I would say. And for me, I enjoy having my Sims travel to, like, if they need their animal operated on or something. I picture them like actually going like out of their region or wherever to the vet clinic. Like I don't need to have a bunch of those around. I have one of them in I have one of them in Magnolia Promenade. Basically. It's like actually not bad. Sometimes I wish we had another world, but the map was very much geared towards shopping non-residential. I I've always thought of it as like because it uses all of the exact, especially because of the way Get to Work is in general. To me, it's very clear that the science center is in Oasis Springs. My ads start in 3 minutes, by the way, for anyone who's interested. Just a warning. But yeah, I always thought the Science Center seems very clearly in Oasis Springs because it uses all the same assets. And then Magnolia Promenade, I guess depending on your perspective, it seems very clearly like it's in Willow Creek or Newcrest. Potentially. Maybe Willow Creek. I don't know. Probably. I mean, to be fair, I also think that Newcrest is an extension of Willow Creek. So I place Willow Creek, Newcrest, and Magnolia Promenade together. So when I world build, I build them all together. Like when I'm world building, I think of them as all being together. So I usually place families and stuff in and extensions of families in those three worlds. Also, something else to note that I guess I didn't realize for a long time is that the medical center is called the Willow Creek Hospital. I'd love a shopping district world, basically. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's actually not bad. Sometimes I wish we had another world that the map was very much geared towards shopping, non-residential. Yeah. I don't really like Magnolia Promenade. I do and don't. I really like the hospital area. I was really hoping for a refresh, or they don't even need a whole refresh. I kind of wish the hospital was base game because I really miss. I want cosmetic surgeries and I want trans related surgeries. I don't like that I have to go into CAS to make my Sims trans if they're trans, transition them. I should be able to go to a hospital and have them switch um, body frame automatically, and I should be able to like pay for cosmetic surgeries for my Sims who either want trans related surgeries or they just want plastic surgery, just like in the surgery machine from the old games. That's what I want. And I really like making hospitals, and I really wish that they would go back. Obviously, at the time, they did not realize that people would make hospitals or want to. They just never thought about it, apparently. But I think that now that they know that people want to, they should make a list of the required items and redo the Magnolia Promenade map to have a second district that shows the police station and shows the hospital on it. That's what I really truly want in my heart. So I can easily click on it from the map. And then also while they're at it, just give me like a little icon, a little circle, maybe a little tiny cartoon image of the science center and put it on the Oasis Springs map as long as you have get to work that I can click on to go to the science center from Oasis Springs, because it's clearly in Oasis Springs. That's what I want. That would be in my heart what I want. I'm gonna sit here and talk or just chill. Oh, my ads play. My ads are playing, by the way. If you got caught in ads, I appreciate you sticking through them. Let's see. I'd also like a Desert Like world that is empty like New Crests. That's very fair. I don't actually. What I would rather have. There should be a demo world button. Like, what if there was a button in the? Oh, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? If there was a button that you could click that would demolish the whole world at once. The whole like map. That'd be great. I actually wish that they would do the opposite, honestly. I wish that they would go back. As long as like maybe this would be like one update. They should have Simmers go back, fill up Newcrest for like new saves. I hate that you have to redo Newcrest every time that you make a new save. Wish it was full and that there was just a demo world button. I think that'd be cool. I think that would solve my. I don't know. I don't know. I love to do my own world building and everything. I just think that I hate that it's incomplete and that we don't know what like they actually envisioned for Newcrest because they didn't envision anything. They just left it empty. I don't know. Sims 2 said I got you. Yes. Surgeries, treating sickness, and skill tree for aliens would be great. Refresh for that pack. Yeah, I mean, in my heart, also, I really miss the active firefighter career. I guess that they're like not able to change very much about like the regions and the worlds, but I don't. In my like, if I look at the police station and the hospital, like right across the street is a beautiful park. I actually love that area. I think it's so pretty. I wish there like just give me that park as an additional lot, or that could be where the fire department goes for the active firefighters. It's obviously never going to happen, and I don't even think they could make that change even if they wanted to. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but apparently that stuff's not possible for old saves. Maybe it would only be for new saves. I don't know. I don't know. Give me something. But I've loved that region, and I think it's a really nice looking area to only go there when your sim is giving birth. You know what I mean? Like, what a beautiful area. Oh, too bad I'm never here. The police station is also like really fun to build and really, really difficult to get right because there are two types of jail cells, and I always have to relearn which type of jail cell is the proper one to include in the police station. Because if you don't do it perfectly right, then it's not going to work the right way, and they won't actually like automatically teleport to the jail cells when they're needed and stuff like that. And the Sims team doesn't really tell you. So it's almost like you can't really, like, if you want to build a police station, you need to either like go and watch James Turner's video from like when Get to Work came out and when he made his own, just to make sure you do exactly the same thing he did. Or you need to like just not demo the PlayStation. You need to remove everything but keep the debug items, take pictures of how they did it, and put them back in like their perfect places in the same orientations. Because if you demo the whole thing, you're not going to have those debug items that you need, and you're not going to know what items are needed for the career. Surgeries, treating sickness, and a skill tree for aliens would be great. Refresh, yeah. I would actually love a whole separate alien pack. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion. I don't know. I wish we had I wish we had a Sixum world. We kind of do, but it's hidden and Get to Work. I want an actual alien world. That's what I want. It doesn't have to be a large world, I guess, but maybe a game pack sized world. Maybe they, like if we got an alien game pack, I would be very content. Wait, it could have 5 lots, I guess. Doesn't need to be super large, but I would love it. Oh, that's not what I mean. I just mean I want another world set in that sort of climate for regional play. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. We have Del Sol Valley and Oasis Springs that feel like they go together perfectly. To me at least. But like there's not really a whole lot like Oasis Springs that feels a similar way. There's Chestnut Ridge, which is kind of similar, and there's Strangerville, which is like not really similar, but like also it's set in a desert. But you're right. We definitely could use another one. Adding lots to existing worlds to destroy our save files. Yeah. That's so dumb. I hate that. Why? Why Sims Team? Why couldn't you make it more better and changeable? Best workaround I can think of is making a new version of the world and newer save files. So our saves would load the new world, but older ones could use the old version. Exactly. That's kind of what I would want them to do. Yeah. Is make like a new Magnolia Promenade that only new save files can have, or something like that. Yep. Yeah, maybe the best workaround would actually be to fully add a new world. Like let's say that they were doing a Get to Work refresh, which I don't even think they shouldn't even refresh Get to Work. They should just make us a new kind of like, I don't know, like in The Sims 3, there were Supernatural and Late Night both came with vampires. Like do the same thing with Aliens in The Sims 4. Give us a new pack with aliens. And then in a separate pack, instead of refreshing Get to Work, give us Get to Work 2. Work life, get to working, work living, work lifestyle. And give us more careers. Do the hospital thing again, but like this time make it a base game update and do all the things that I said. It could even like officially the Get to Work hospital is called like the medical clinic or something. But like give us a new lot type that's called hospital, and you can place them wherever you want, or you can use the default one, just like the high schools kind of, but just the way I want them to be, where you can just like build them wherever you want. And yeah, again, you can do the same things that you would normally do in CAS, full edit mode, which is just, but you pay for them. Like you pay for cosmetic surgeries and stuff. And it would be a way for you to lower your Sim's voice. Like that would be a surgery that you could do, like to change your Sim's voice. And changing your Sim's body frame would be a surgery that you can do. It would flip the body frame. And you can get cosmetic surgeries, and it would have a chance to go wrong, just like in the old games. And it'd be great. And it'd be devastating and great, just like it was before. That's what I want. And so I don't think you need a refresh in order to do that, I guess. Let's put... should I put... should I put here? Some chairs. Let's do some 4 chairs, maybe a table. God, I'm building today. I know Sims 4 isn't open world like Sims 3, but there is the common area Sims can walk around in. In Sims 3, when they gave us the ability to add lots in a patch, it actually caused routing issues because it broke the pathing the worlds in that game have. Huh, interesting. Sims 2 didn't have common areas, so adding lots was not an issue. Very fair, very fair. I don't even remember them adding the ability to add new lots. I just remember always being a thing. But also, I didn't pay attention or know. Like, I was just too young. Also, I feel like at the time I was like a normal simmer where I would play The Sims 3 like every day for a week, and then I wouldn't touch it again for 6 months. That's kind of a pretty chair. Let's maybe do this one. That's what I did at the time. I also wasn't part of the community, so I didn't pay attention to updates. I didn't know what happened. I'm the kind of person. I was the kind of simmer who would spend literally the entire day, the whole day, the absolute completely whole day, downloading all of the Sims 3 packs onto my computer, and it would literally take 8 hours to download all the packs onto my shitty laptop that was a brick and barely did anything. And like the day was over by the time you actually finished. And maybe by the time you're finished, you didn't even want to play it anymore, and you were busy doing something else. that's my experience with both The Sims 2 and The Sims 3 as a kid and a teenager. I'll play nonstop for a month or so and then not touch it for a year. That's how I was with The Sims 3. So far with Sims 4, ever since 2019, I've been playing this game like ever. Like I've played this game like every week at least for years. For years. But yeah, as a kid, I was definitely the typical sort of play it a lot, like a lot, and then all of a sudden not again for a long time. And you remember it exists, or a new pack comes out and you play it again. It was also a commitment, though. Maybe that's why. Again, I had a brick of a laptop and it was terrible. That we used to play The Sims 3 on. Both of my sister and I both had this laptop, similar laptop, similar capabilities, which is basically nothing. And we would both suffer with the same issues. But like it was a commitment. You play the game and it was a whole day event. Like it was like not joking. Sometimes like if you wanted to go to France, for instance, and I used to love World Adventures. I've talked about this before. It's my favorite pack. One of my favorite packs ever. The amount of time I've sat through loading screens to go to France. It was like 15 minutes. I'm not even joking, between. But that was a loading screen that would take like 15 minutes, I swear. And then stare at all the space. It's taking up cursing yourself exactly. Like I was over here deleting. Guys, did anyone do this? Like, I'm surprised that my PC as a teenager, like as a kid and a teenager, like my middle school self, I'm surprised that it actually still functioned, because I was using up all of the memory on my computer trying to download Sims 3 packs. And I would just start deleting things. If it was a file I did not recognize, delete. I was like out here just like deleting core files for my computer to get it to run. There's no wonder. Like I remember at one point, I think I broke the internet on my computer because I deleted some important file that allows the internet to run on the computer. and I didn't know how to get it back. Because I was just deleting things in order to like whatever I possibly could to get enough memory to download The Sims 3. That was the biggest priority, was to download the game. And so I was just downloading core files for my laptop. um uh same, and the amount of LimeWire downloads. Yeah, I delete a lot of Microsoft software, avoiding all warranties. Exactly. Like I was downloading Microsoft's like the Windows programs and files, integral to the functioning, like to the functionality of my computer. Some student, the more altering of the pre-made worlds would make the routing worse and worse, and it wouldn't be super noticeable, but it shortened the life of that save file. Yeah, I don't remember that stuff at all. I also didn't play the game probably for a long enough amount of time. I would start new save files and stuff a lot. So luckily, as a kid, that didn't really impact me, I guess. Thank God. Nowadays, it'd be way different, but it was enough. We were, I don't know. It was torture, this game. It was great. The Sims 3 was like, it was awful. Exactly. I've never clicked on this, so I must not use it. Exilio Exordly. That me. That's exactly me. Is that if I could delete it, I did. Luckily, there are some files that were like, you cannot delete this. It would tell you no. Your computer would say that you need to have like, I don't know, higher than administrator access to delete it. So I couldn't, which is good that I couldn't. Because that's what I was out there doing. Scouring. Every single file, looking for something. Anything. Can't read. Exactly. They'll support, then bitches don't help. Anyway, delete, exactly. That's the stuff I would delete first, is like Dell support, exactly. Yeah, so funny. I'd be out here like deleting like antivirus software. I'd be like, I don't download anything from the internet. Delete. Okay, that looks good. Maybe we get the tea set in here. I said this is the tea room, right? One of these things I wanted to make like the music room as well. Maybe this should be the music room. Like you, well, maybe if that's the case, maybe the tea, maybe like drink your tea here in front of the fireplace, and we put music in here too, like a grand pianos and such in this darker, more sad looking room. And they can listen to the music and drink their tea. And coffee. I don't need to protect my digital footprint. Thank you. Exactly. Give me more Sims clothes. Yeah, exactly. That's how it was. That I would also delete that antivirus thing, thinking I was safe. Downloading songs from LimeWire, that computer lasted for years. I am very surprised because I definitely gave myself viruses and deleted all kinds of like. I'm surprised the computer worked as much as it did. I'm lucky. Photo bucket and layouts from MySpace. I was downloading all kinds of sketchy stuff. I don't know. I don't. The thing is, too, is it's still bad to this day, but back in the day, too, especially with like when you're going to download anything, and we still know the experience, it's like this too with CC today, is that all the ads, when you go to download CC, every single ad on the page will have a fake download button. Every single ad, right? And that's how it was back in the day too. You didn't know which button was the actual real download button because all the ads on the entire screen said download. So you'd have to find the right one. And I know for a fact I've clicked on the wrong one before, especially as a kid or a teenager. And you click on the wrong thing, and then all of a sudden your computer has some sort of virus, and it never quite works the same after that. I don't know. Sketchy as hell. Oh, my MySpace was sketchy as hell looking back. Yeah, it's so funny. Click on the wrong thing. Yeah, I still be clicking on. Yeah, me too. I still. Those are really bad. Those should be illegal. I hate those ads. It's so vile. It's so disgusting. I hate that that's even allowed. It probably isn't. I don't know. Cause yeah, like I don't know, imagine if you're like older or something, like my grandparents or something. Like I am clicking on the wrong thing, so I can't imagine somebody my parents or my grandparents' age trying to find the right button to click. Um, my grandpa is terrible with computers. I think I mentioned this before on stream, but there was one point recently, not recently. There was one point many years ago that my grandfather needed to do something on the computer. My grandma worked with computers in her job, so she was a little bit more, significantly more capable to use it. My grandpa, not all, not even a single bit. She at one point, in order to have him learn how to do it himself, he wanted her to do something for him, and she goes, "No, you're gonna do it yourself, because you need to learn how to use it." So she tells him to go on the computer. He needs to right click to do something, right? So she goes, so he goes, "How do I do this?" And she goes, "You have to right click." So he's over here and he's typing CLICK on his keyboard, and then he's clicking enter, and he's doing it over and over again, and nothing is happening. And he goes, I'm right and click, and nothing is happening. But I love that story. So that's the amount of knowledge that my grandfather has with the computers. That's the extent. I don't know anything about the internet, and we're gonna keep it that way. GG. Isn't that hilarious? Or I love that story. I cannot believe that. I mean, I can, but I can't. It's so funny. Okay, let's put that there. It's definitely my grandpa. I can imagine that for him. That's how it feels sometimes. I swear with I don't know. I feel like I always get the person if I ever have to teach anyone anything, like maybe with computers or otherwise, the person I get who I'll ultimately have to teach is the person who you go, okay, so go and click over on that thing over there, and they go, click? What does that mean? It's like I usually get the people who's on my grandfather's level when it comes to computers whenever I have to teach anything. You literally spit out your water. That's so funny, Zordly. It's amazing. My grandfather is so like he always is the person you go to ask about anything. He's the one who made me the shelf. He's a fantastic woodworker. Always. He basically built his house. He put in all the electric and the plumbing. He built the house that they live in. But that man, zero knowledge on computers. Anything technical, like anything involving computers or phones or anything like that, zero clue. which is so funny because he's amazing. He's fantastic with everything else. He's the person you go like, well, like he's the lifesaver. He just knows how to do everything. Like a little too well. He'd be buying things on eBay and somehow making money from buying things. Oh my god, that's wild. I love that. Okay, so we got more music in here. What else would you put in the music room beyond besides a piano? Maybe a bookshelf that looks like it contains songs in it to play on the piano. Maybe you would put that in here. Like that one. That's kind of cute. I would not have the heart to tell him he did it wrong. Yeah. Once my grandpa retired, he started learning random things. Learned the computer, how to build computers. Built a chicken plucker. Would oh my god, that's wild. Would chop down trees and make cabinets. It's amazing. Yeah, my grandfather, same guy. He started working at his company as a janitor, and he worked his way up through the company, and ultimately ended up being able to have enough money to retire when he was like 48 or something. My grandfather has been retired for most of his life, which I love. Love that for him. That's great. Good for you. He has significantly less education than me, and he retired. And he retired. Wow, love that for you. I would not have the heart to tell him they did it wrong. He was like bored, and I'm absolutely not. Yeah. The computer was wrong, Grandpa, not you. Exactly. Exactly. It was the computer. Okay. I could put a cello. Except if I put the cello in, I need to put it somewhere where they can't touch it and move it. Because I don't want them to play it. Right? It just needs to like look good. I don't know the song. He invented the microwave safe plate because he was so pissed off by my dad nearly burning down the house. Oh my god. Dude, my grandfather has been retired for longer than he had a career. Zero education, zero debt. Okay. I know. Isn't that like so annoying? Like, good for you, buddy. That's so nice. Love that for you. That's so great. Cries. Starts to cry. This song sounds like Olivia Rodrigo. This doesn't sound like Sabrina. Obviously, this is an older song. This is before the espresso era, so. And looks at me like I'm an idiot. Exactly, exactly. That's how they are, right? Is they're like, you're so dumb. Like, why don't you just get a better job like I did? It's like, okay, grandpa. What do you think I'm doing? Kat saying no gaming. She's sitting on my mouse, on my mouse arm, and I don't have the heart to move her. I understand. I understand. Imagine being able to live on a single income household and having enough money to retire. Imagine having enough money to retire at all, but like before you're even 50 too. Some of these people were like, oh, I'm 40. Like again, my grandfather was like 48 or something when he retired. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? What the hell is with that? That is so awful. I hate you. Love you, but hate you. It's not fair at all. I'm not even saving for retirement because I literally can't afford it. Exactly. Like that's what we're out here doing. Is like I can barely live from day to day, let alone like save money for my future self. And they're out here like we can't afford a house of our own. We can't even afford to we can barely afford to do stuff day to day, let alone actually save money for the future. And they were out here like building their own houses that they paid off probably in no time. Pet law dictates no moving of of a comfy animal. Exactly, exactly. All right, I just looked back to see if Ellie was still there. Yeah, it is. It sucks. It sucks. It really does. Okay, let's do. I do like this light blue. Maybe we do this one. We size these up a little bit, so it like doesn't go over the arched part. I kind of like that idea. Let's do these. I like this color. My parents still don't get why I can't save for retirement. Like, buddy, at this point, the apocalypse is going to happen. So what's the point? That's kind of how I feel. It's like, it doesn't look like it's getting any better. Yeah, it's pretty rough out here. It's pretty rough. That's too big. $1.1. It's rough out here. I paid 48K for this house and it's worth 2.6 million now. Who the hell is going to buy that? Airbnb is going to buy it. Somebody's going to buy it and then they're going to turn it into apartments and they're going to rent it out. That's who can afford it. Zordly, unfortunately, that's what's happening, is that these people die and then their house gets bought by some corporation. BlackRock, never mind. Exactly, it gets bought by. If you're watching this, fuck you. Exactly. It gets bought by Saudi Arabia, who sells it. It's bought by Elon Musk. sorry for fucking swearing. It's okay, Swordly. I forgive you. Yeah, it gets bought by Elon Musk, who then turns it into apartments, and which for like that are all like $2,000 a month for rent. 48K house on minimum wage while also taking a family vacation every year. Yeah, exactly. That's how it is. That's how it is. Very, very frustrating. It's wild. The difference is crazy. I wish I could put like something nice on those curtains or on those windows, but I don't think that there is. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Pretty rough. And it doesn't look like anything's changing anytime soon. Like charges for rent, that's fine, but at least take care of the building we live in at least. I guess. Wouldn't it be nice though if you could like own your apartment? Like can you imagine owning an apartment? Owning a house? Like owning owning it. Sounds amazing. You like it's like telling a fairy tale. It's like once upon a time, there are people who actually bought houses and lived in them and owned them. But yeah, with one income, like yeah, like with a stay at home, yeah, like their wife stayed at home. She was chilling, making food, taking care of the kids, and he was out working until he was 45. Then he had enough money to retire. They also had like 8 kids by then. They had 8 kids, and all of their 8 kids left the house and also got married. I don't want to own a house, to be honest. It seems like way too much. That's why I said own an apartment, because I feel the same way. Mostly because I'm allergic to grass. Not severely, but like enough for me to never want to mow the grass ever. So I'm like, how about a place that doesn't have grass? I chose my words. I chose my words very carefully and be like, own a house? No, own an apartment. Small. You just take care of your own interior space. No exterior work to worry about, and you own it. It's yours. So you don't have to pay anybody rent or anything dumb like that. And it like accumulates value. A condo. Yeah, there you go. A condo, yes. I'll buy a condo and pay $600 HOA even after that bitch pays off. Yeah. Yes. Those do exist for rich people. Exactly. Exactly. It's dumb. Yeah, it exists for rich people because they buy all the everything else, and they own properties. They charge rent for it, which again isn't even bad, but the way that they've let people just do what they want makes it bad. Appliances, tea. I like the Chinese, like the Asian one more, the Chinese one more in shape and general vibes. But I wish it came in a neutral, like a black swatch or something, or in a white swatch only, too. Because I don't like this one as much. This one's ugly, but I guess it makes sense for this build, for it to be ugly. It's not ugly. It's just not what I want. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, tea room's looking good. Let's get some candelabras, shall we? Or she had a plain modern skin of the teapot. Yeah, exactly. Me too. Me too. I don't really like Adele, but like I also kind of like Adele, but not really. Does anyone know what I mean by that? I like Adele, but only a little bit. Including this song. Like I like it, but like it's not my favorite. But I like it. Kind of like Taylor Swift. I feel like Taylor Swift's the same way for me. Like there are some songs by Adele and Taylor Swift that I like. I like her voice, but I don't like her music. Exactly. I feel like that's yeah, I feel the same way. And I don't dislike the song necessarily that much. It played so much. It played so much. Spotify has just decided to play this on its own. Um, yeah, I like her voice, but I don't like her music. Yeah, I feel like Adele Maybe Celine Dion. Same way. I like some of Whitney Houston's stuff, but also there's some Whitney Houston stuff that's the same way for me. Like these people have amazing voices, incredible, stunning voices. Sometimes some of the songs are hit or miss. I feel like I like Mariah Carey stuff for the most part, I think. At least more than those other artists. I have some Whitney Houston stuff too. And I do have a couple Adele songs, and I have a couple of Taylor Swift songs. But most of their stuff I don't like. It's more unusual for me to find a song of theirs that I like. I think this is looking pretty good. What else do I need in this tea room? That looks really cute, I think, this little sitting area. It's one sitting area out of how many? There's going to be another living room here. This will be more of like a... Well, this is like a casual sort of sitting area. Casual is definitely a word choice. But this will be more of like a larger sitting area, I guess. And I don't know what this room is. And this is a sitting area too. This one should have plants in it, maybe. Wait, let's put some plant pots in here. I'm sewing together my granny squares. Ooh, love that. And I just realized I've been doing it backwards. Oh no. No, that's the worst. That's the worst. We're officially old. A child asked me today, who's Mr. Rogers? Oh no. It took me a second to realize who he meant. Master Rogers? Oh no. So he said it like Mr. Rogers. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. Mr. Rogers reminds me of my great grandmother. She always used to have it on, Mr. Rogers on when I was really little. Whenever we were at her house, it would be playing. Oh my god, hi Megan. Welcome in. My husband and I don't own a home and recently bought a fifth wheel trailer we use for both camping vacations and for him to use for work, travels out of state for job sites. I'm more proud of owning the trailer than a house. That's very fair. You spent how much on that home? Well, I can move mine anywhere, mountain house, lake house, desert house. Yeah, exactly. That's the benefit of that for sure, is that you can just like move wherever you want. That's great. I love that for you. That's amazing. That you don't have to pick and choose, and you don't have to pick. You can go wherever you want. My first thought was Roger Rabbit. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. I have to say I don't remember a whole lot about Mr. Rogers because I was a really little wee lad when his show was playing. I was but a wee lad. Oh, I was looking for plants. It's going to be in outdoor activities. And put a couple of these down. Maybe pick the nice watch. This is the greenhouse. So maybe I should put like some lemon trees. Not a huge fan of the way that they look, but maybe I could get them to work. There's definitely space. So I can put some like citrus trees outside. I think that makes sense. That sounds like so nice. As somebody from New York, actually like having like a lemon tree or something, like, or I don't like fruit trees, sounds like so cool. We have obviously apple trees, but or the ability to have apple trees, but like, and other, I don't know, but just like a like an orange tree or something, or a citrus tree, like just sounds like so cool. I've always thought that was really cool. But you need like a greenhouse around here, which also sounds really fun. I think having like a fancy greenhouse would be amazing. And also someone else to take care of the plants. I saw recently, as someone who likes house plants a lot, I like having them around. I like having them around. I heard someone say, like it was with somebody on YouTube who like actually has been able to make YouTube videos on their house plants and turn it into their career, basically. I basically he said something recently that if you don't like caring for your house plants, then you need to find a different hobby or something. Then house plants are just not for you. And I'm like, I could not disagree with that any more than I currently do because while I don't really mind watering houseplants, I'm not here like I don't have houseplants with the because I like watering them. I have them because I want them around. But I kind of would rather honestly someone else take care of them. I think. Like there's a little bit of like, oh, I cared for this and brought it, like made sure that it didn't die, I guess is nice. But I mostly just like having them around. I don't know. To me that sounded a bit silly. I was like, nope, I completely disagree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Yeah. Yep. There's a little bit of that. Like it's nice to know that like you raised your plant from a little baby. Or that you saved it from root rot. For the most part. I don't know. I just like having them around. Is it debug? It should be debug, right? No, don't hide Maxis. I want debug. And when you search for these plants, you got to find the right one because sometimes you can find the wrong ones. I don't like the plants in Sims 4. I would love if they redid gardening completely. I know that they will never, but I wish each plant was actually a little bit more accurate to the way that the plant should look in real life. And I wish they looked a little bit more similar to the other foliage around, or that they could potentially like. I've always wished that the fruit trees kind of just looked like a regular tree. You know, like why don't the fruit trees kind of just look like this? Like that kind of looks like it could be an apple tree. Obviously, it's got like maple leaves or something, but like that would be such a cute apple tree if it looked like that. And you should be able to harvest it too. I just wish that they looked nicer rather than being so obviously a fake tree or like a usable tree. Lemon. I want to. Do we even have oranges in this tree? Do we have anything else? Like any other citrus? Avocado could be kind of fun. There is some space like down here. I don't know what. Maybe an orchard can be down here. I didn't know what I wanted to put down here. Cherry, pomegranate. Maybe I just do another lemon tree. Fruit tree. This is called a fruit tree. Love that. I've seen a lot of people doing this. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, that seems like a great idea. Forbidden fruit, tree of emotions, avocado tree. I mean, honestly, there's all kinds of fruit that you could have here. Fruit tree, apple tree. There's also coconut trees somewhere around here as well. Coconut tree? Is this it? It is. Like, oh, where's the other one? Where's the real one? This is the $0 one, probably. No, it is. This is the real one. Is it only? Is this the wrong season? No, I don't know. This is why I download these from the gallery, because I can't. They can't be trusted. Forbidden fruit. I guess I'm just gonna do another lemon. I don't even like the way that it looks. Sometimes I've sized them up. That looks cute. You can size them up. They still work. I don't know if the fruit actually sizes up on the... It'll probably still like be down here, right? It looks cuter like that though. Let's just put this one down, I guess, again. Put it like that. That's not that bad. I was being dramatic. They look cute out here. They are small. Like, actually, it is maybe nice to have them small out here because you wouldn't want to have massive trees blocking the view anyway. And she has a gardener. She probably woohoos with the gardener anyway. Maybe that's why she has plants in the first place. Oh my gosh, hi Vibes. Welcome in. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. How are you doing? Are you having like hand issues? How's your hands? I heard that you're having some maybe hand issues. Or something. Something? But I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. We're working on Judith Ward's house. Big mansion for Judith Ward. It's going very slowly because we're having a lot of deep conversations today, but we're making some progress now. Let's see. Let's put down... These kind of match, and especially like from a distance, maybe they match enough for me to be able to put these up here. Does that look fine? I feel like that looks good. Yeah. Maybe we get another candelabra in here. That's a door. That's actually a door. These are windows. They look like doors, but shh. It's because they are doors. They're not doors. Doing my best, yeah. My hand is not working properly, but I'm working on it. Just doctor's appointment are brutal wait times. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's really rough. I hope it gets better. Hope it's something you can get fixed up there. Because that's it sounds really sucky. I gotta make some appointments and stuff for myself. I hate making appointments. Hate. Can't. I tried making an appointment the other day and they didn't answer. And I haven't called back to try again. But making appointments is dumb. That's actually kind of cute. I do like these. I don't know where to put them. Some actual, like, some additional lemon trees of some sort. Maybe they can go out here. I need to do the foliage. I feel like doing the landscaping will make this look nice. I think that will make this look nice. It's dark in this room. I think I need to put another candelabra, or I would need to put a light on the wall. I don't really want, like, I don't want this house to feel old, but also at the same time, I don't really have very many other options other than these candelabras, I feel like. Could put some lights over here as well, maybe hanging lights. Maybe some hanging lights. Maybe we do that. If I can find some that actually look good. Which is easier said than done, for the style at least. Because I want it to feel like old-fashioned. But, or like, no, not old-fashioned, classical-ish. That one actually kind of looks like, well, it looks bad, but like good in a bad way. There's also a light right here. So maybe not. Could put like under shelf lighting. Maybe we do that. Might be a good compromise. I think I did that in the kitchen. Ads start in 5 minutes, by the way, if you get caught in some ads. I appreciate you sticking through them. That's actually probably pretty perfect. There. I needed to actually decorate the shelf and put some more stuff on it. Oh, I hate this game is so annoying. The way that the play nothing snaps to these shelves. What am I supposed to do? What do I do? I guess I could move these out of the way. I could also do what I've done before, which is use tool to move these out of the way. So you just place them like this, and then I'll undo that action with tool open in order to put them back afterward. I don't think that they're actually alt placed or anything, so I could have just moved them regularly. But sometimes if objects are alt placed to a specific location, I will tool them into a different spot and then undo my action after I'm done. If that makes sense, I don't know if that makes any sense. It makes sense to me. That's because I'm explaining it. Maybe I just leave these the same size. That looks good. What else would you put up here? Plates and things. Let's look at the ones. The ones I have specifically in mind are the ones from Snowy Escape. If I could find them. Can't ever find anything in this game, especially in these two categories. Oh, there they are. I can't find anything in the clutter or the miscellaneous category, like ever. Those two categories are the worst. Maybe put those there. Could put like, this is kind of cute, the picture. Maybe put 2. We'll size one down as well. We'll put one in a different color and we'll size it down. Put it in like, maybe like that? I don't know, they kind of look like they go together. Maybe change color again, like I said. Yeah. 2 pictures that go together. This is like the coffee bar, not a bar, so I don't want to put alcohol. There actually is a bar in the basement lounge, so I'm not gonna put any alcohol here. There's a cookie jar. Put a cookie jar in here. There's actually another cookie jar too that's better. This makes sense in here, maybe. Some candles? I don't know. What else would you put in here? Or on these shelves? Plants or a boat? This is just like a kitchenette sort of thing. Does it make sense? Does it look good? I think it looks good. I need some more like I don't know. This room is kind of weird. Maybe I need a bigger rug. Maybe I do. I feel like that would make sense actually. Let's get this in here. Do like a scale of like 1.5. See how big that is. Ads start in like any moment, by the way. Appreciate you guys sending it through the ads. It does help me out. I will sit and chill during the ads. Making a decent amount of progress, considering all things considered. All things considered. Hi Puma, what'd you guys eat? What'd you eat? What'd you eat? Did you tell me? I can't remember. Gotta go shower, but in case I'm not back, good luck on the build. Thanks, vibes. Have a good shower. I don't know if you can hear me, but have a good shower. Do. Oh, Wendy's. Ooh, very nice. We had burgers, Wendy's. Sounds good. But kind of like anything sounds good right now. I can't lie, because I'm pretty hungry right now. What did I eat today? We had like for Father's Day, we had like cookies and brownies, and I'm not very good at like staying away from those. So I think I had some of those this morning, cookies and brownies for breakfast, and some blueberries. So I had some fruit today. So actually, I'm like super healthy. Um, yeah, some blueberries. What else did I eat? And I had coffee. But I don't think I've eaten anything else since then. What else did I eat? I could have sworn I ate. Oh, I had some peanuts. We had these like what are they? Like barbecue peanuts? They're like really good though. They were like maybe cayenne, like some sort of like spicy barbecue peanuts, and they were like really, really good. So I had some of those today. So that was my breakfast. And so I'm really hungry now. I was gonna eat oatmeal. I was gonna be good and eat oatmeal for breakfast, and then I had cookies instead with peanut butter. I put peanut butter on them, so that's protein, sugar, and protein. I put on top of it. So, not to brag or anything, but it was really good. It was really good. So now I need to eat, and I don't know what to eat. Well, I will have to eat after a stream. I have to eat after a stream. I heard my mom get home. I think she's home. Heard her go up the stairs. So I believe that she's home now. Or... oh, maybe not. Maybe that wasn't her. Maybe it was that. No, that wasn't her. It was somebody else. It was my father, must be. My mother's on her way home. She's going to be home very soon. Like 2 minutes. But that sounds good. Wendy sounds good. Welcome back from ads, by the way. Thank you guys for sitting through ads. They do help me out, and it's very nice that you sit through the ads. or let the ads play in the very least and go do something else. I do appreciate it. I really like these palms in game. In real life, I heard that they're not fun unless you live in a tropical climate. I think it makes sense for in here because it's like classically inspired, but like also it's a fancy Hollywood Hills sort of mansion. So you got to keep that in mind. So I think it would have palms and things. I like this wallpaper though. I think this is fitting in here. I like it. I think it would look good in here too. I think it looks good. Okay, what else did you put in here? If you were if you were a coffee bar room, what would you have inside of you? Asking the important questions. Asking the completely normal and not weird questions. That's a completely normal question to ask. Puma. I want to behave. I don't understand what you're referring to. That was a completely normal, not weird question. Let's put this here. Wait, how high is it? That high? There you go. Coffee, creamer, and syrups. There you go. That's actually a good idea. I put creamer containers. Coffee, creamer, showers. I think I also kind of should have a trash can in here for when you inevitably have a cup. Coffee, creamer, and syrups. I was thinking that. So like actually it's like syrup bottles for various. So that should be up here. But we don't really have anything that looks like really great, but you had to choose how you worded that carefully. Yeah, exactly. Let's get like a not awful trash can if one exists. Maybe this one, honestly. Just like a really subtle one. We hide it in the corner. Because I do genuinely think for gameplay, it would be nice to have a trash can in here. That is probably good. You don't need to empty that one, which is nice. So I can kind of just like hide it without you needing access, which is good. Let's see if there's any bottles that look like they could be for syrups. I had some bottles and then I got rid of them. This kind of looks like a syrup bottle. Is it? Well, I feel like it also looks a lot like a wine bottle. Probably more like a wine bottle, actually, considering that's what it is. This is what I had. Does that look like it could be a syrup, like a fancy bottle that you'd put like some coffee syrup in? This kind of looks like it could be one too. I don't know if it comes across. In my mind, it would be a dispenser bottle. Wait. Maybe a soap? Maybe this? If I sized this up to the right size, do you think that I could put 3 of these and they would look like coffee syrups? Scale to like 1.5. Because they would be dispensers. You'd like have a dispenser top on them, right? That almost looks like, that looks good. It also, those look like coffee syrups. I feel like they would be by the coffee, maybe like down here on the counter. I'd say so. Yes. I'm sorry, I shouldn't sing. Screech. Did you place that little creamer and sugar from the tea kit? I did not. That's a good idea. I don't know what it is, but I will find it from the tea kit. Get to tea. Tea time solarium. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yes. I hate the way things snap in this game. I placed this already. That's good. That's good. I like that. That looks really nice. Oh my god, this is taking so long to save. Come on. I saw the grid appear like partway through. This build is just like really large. It just takes a long time to save. That's all it is. That's all it is. I'll wait. See? See? No fear. No fear. Just don't show the game fear. Because once you show fear, it's too late. This is cute. Wait, can I put this up on like higher? No, I should put it down here. This is cute. Wait, I like it. I like it. Perfect. Let's move this somewhere else. More fun. This game is awful. Stop snapping to everything. Go here. Okay. Good, I think. And then I need to move this over. And probably over again. Okay, I'm gonna put you back. And that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And there's a gigantic blank spot in the shelf, and I don't know what to put there. Maybe nothing. Maybe we put nothing there. It's kind of cluttered already. I think it's fine. That's pretty cluttered. It's pretty cluttered. I don't know. Like for a big old mansion, you probably wouldn't want to have a bunch of clutter, and that's a lot of clutter. Some towels. It's actually kind of cute. That's really cute. I kind of want to put that in the bar area. I don't know. Maybe there's already towels on the bar? No. No, I guess not. Well, and I have a bar back, so it's not gonna work. But that would look cute potentially in a bar. If the bar section is if the bar looks right or is right for it. I feel like that cello is in like a weird spot. That's probably a better spot for the cello. Should I put a violin? There's no room for a violin. I should probably put a painting on the wall as well. Let's put a painting of what, though? That is the question. Maybe just this one. Let's do this one. Put that there. Maybe move this a little bit. Was that a good spot for the piano, like right in front of the door, or should I move it there? I feel like when you first enter the room, you should go to the bar. Yeah. Yeah, when you first enter the room, you should go towards the bar. You should have like space to go right towards the bar. You shouldn't have to go around the piano in order to do that. So that makes sense to me. Let's put this here. And then let's put a surface. The one from that one pack is the one I was thinking. Maybe two actually from this pack. Should I do wood or should I do white? Because I do kind of want to do a mix of wood, but like maybe not. Maybe that's not quite right for here. I do like this one. I'm gonna put two maybe. Just for some reason. I guess maybe one is better. It doesn't look good with two. With one, it's the same width as the picture. Which is kind of nice. Let's maybe put some flowers on it or something. Oh, that doesn't snap to that. Maybe this one. Oh, you know what's kind of fun is that like this kind of looks like the flowers in the picture. I don't know, like it's similar. Yeah. Okay, good. Could also, like, I could potentially fit a buffet table in here if I wanted. Should I do that? There's no place to like sit and eat. Maybe, okay, here's what we do instead. Surfaces, not a buffet table. We'll make a fake buffet table. We'll do this one. And cake stand. Did we get a cake stand with the tea set or anything? We got this pastry thing. Is the only one that we have the one from the party kit? Or do we have a new one now that is actually like nice and fancy? Does anyone know? I don't know. I can't find anything, so it's not going to really help me very much. So, like, this is the one I was thinking initially. That looks good anyway. Maybe we put more of this over here. I really like that cake stand, and that'd be good for like birthdays. I don't know. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we put more pastries. We change the color of it and we put another pastry thing up there because that does look really good up there. Let's do that instead because you would have, there's not enough room and there aren't any like chairs to eat anything in here, really. I mean, you could sit here, but there's no tables. Let's do some more of these plates down here. A couple of these. That looks good. We'll leave it like that. That's cute. I think it looks really cute. I like it. Okay, I feel like this room looks good. It looks nice. I think that is a success. Is there anything else I would need to add in here? I don't I don't think so. I think it's pretty good. Especially this is going to be a giant build, so I need to remember maybe not to clutter things too much. I mean, it's maybe a bit late for that, but I think that's good. I think I will also be working on this build off camera. It's so large that I just can't imagine doing it on camera. I don't know. That'll just take forever. But I think next time maybe we'll work on, because I want to alternate maybe too between different styles, and the mansion across the street is very beautiful and grand, but it's also a very different style. Like this is modern. So I think we'll do this next time, maybe we'll work on here next time on this build. The exterior is basically finished as well on this one. A little bit more so on this one than this one. I need to do terrain paint on this, but we'll work on this next time. Get some of the furniture. It's partly furnished, but we can do some more furnishing on that one. Just so it's not the same thing over and over again, just to shake it up a little bit. But I think that we made some good progress on this. We made some good progress. Shall we go on a raid? Perhaps? Shall we go on a raid? I think that could be fun. I think we should. Oh, geography. Oh, you're so right, Zordly. You're so right. Let's do geography first, shall we? Thank you for the reminder. I keep forgetting. No, I almost skipped class. The teacher just didn't. I skipped. The teacher didn't show up. He's like, he just forgot about his own class. This is not a country. This is not a country. So let's start geography class. Then we can go on raid. Good point. This is the Wordle, by the way, for anyone new to the Wordle. This is like the Wordle, but it's a daily geography game that will show you the shape of a country, or in this case, a territory, and you have to guess where it is. This one's a little bit more difficult because it is in fact a territory of a country, and I don't necessarily know where it is. I kind of do. I believe that this is in Northern Europe, and maybe is this in Europe? I have no idea where this is. We just got to give a guess. We got to give a guess. I think we just got to. Let's guess Argentina. Well, let's guess Argentina. No, maybe we do Indonesia. We can guess Indonesia. It's this one says territory, so I know that it is not a country. But I was thinking we could guess something to sort of give an idea of where this is. Okay, so it's not where I thought it was. It's southwest of Indonesia. This might be a weird country. Like we're talking like South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands or something. Okay, it's not that either. It's roughly the same distance from Indonesia, just in a different direction. Let's do like French Southern Territories. This is like a weird one. It is the French Southern Territories. Okay. I don't like when the game does. I feel like the game is cheating me when it doesn't give me a country and it gives me a territory instead. That makes me sad. Ooh, they changed this. Look, they show a map now. Look, you can see this mysterious object down here that I totally don't know what it is. And more islands. Can you guess the 3 neighbors of French Southern Territories? Do we have any guesses? Any guesses for what's near the French Southern Territories? Antarctica! Zorly, you just got a good noodle star. I want to make that a thing. I really do. What am I doing? South Antarctica. South Pole, is that what I was going to type in? Antarctica, that was a good guess. And then let's try, I already tried Georgia, South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands is really far away. French Southern Territories. Oh, wait, I know what this is, actually. This is a country. I'm a genius. You're a genius, Swordly. This one is, we're going to South Africa, I think. Which it really doesn't look like it because you can't see the rest of Africa. But it is South Africa. There's another one. The Three Neighbors. I can't see anything else on here. I see 3 question marks. The French Southern Territories, South Africa, and Antarctica. And I see nothing else on this map. The Three Neighbors. Let's do like British Indian Ocean territories and see if that's it. How about Madagascar? Apparently that doesn't count as being close. What's this little thing? I have 0 clue what this is. This could be like some, it's going to be some like other, I don't know. What did it say it was? What is this little thing here? Oh, the Heard Island and McDonald's Islands. Okay. Silly. Capital city. Okay, I feel like the Worldle is a bust today. The capital city of the French Southern Territories. Does anybody live in the French Southern Territories? I do not know. Let's move on to the Flagel, shall we? I know all the answers. Just want to give everyone else an opportunity. Yes. Yes, certainly. Yes. Yes. Okay, I love a good flag. French Southern Territories. This one. Look at the French flag in the corner. Okay. Let's do, is it dependency territory? Yes. I keep saying I'm gonna skip it and then I don't. Now we're gonna skip it. Okay. Now Flagel. This one is long today. That's a long flag. So again, so with the Flagel, the way that Flagel works is there are 6 opportunities to guess the flag. And each opportunity will flip over a card, a tile, that will show a portion of the flag. And something else to note is that the flag is like the different flags of the world have different aspect ratios. They have different, like the shape of the rectangle is different depending on the country. And so if you're like really good, which I'm not that good, you can tell sometimes. This one's like, it looks like it's a ratio of like 1 to 2. Like this looks like 2 squares next to each other to me. I don't know what that could be. Sweden? I don't know what set of flags do that. Let's do Sweden. Ooh, okay. I think I know what this is. It's one of the few countries in the world that has purple on its flag. Oh my gosh, first time chat. Hello. Welcome in. I started following after Vibes recommended you. I think it's my first stream of yours. Oh my gosh, well, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. I am a simmer, and usually at the end of my streams, I do a little bit of a geography class. But it's nice to see you. Welcome in. I'll show you my build that I was working on. This is the build. Oh, you can see my my Flagel. We're working on Judith Ward's house. We're building this. I built this. This is a new house that I built for one of the townies. But But yeah, it's nice to have you. Well, welcome in. I'm glad you said hi. Thank you for saying hi. I'm super pretty. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm having a lot of fun building it. It's gonna take me forever to build, but what else is new? I think that this flag, this Zordly passes. Puma, you got an answer? You got a guess? You got a guess? How far away was it from Sweden? It was a long, long distance. I don't think you guys know this country. It's an island in the Caribbean, I think. I personally love Sims lore, like from the older games. Olive Spectre is my home girl. I love that. Olive is amazing. She's awesome. I made her in Sims 4. She is in the Sims 4 now, but like they added her to it back. But before they added her, I made her, and I made her a new husband. Like that, she had to eventually leave her Strange Town, and move to Strangerville. And she met a new man who happened to be named Manny O'Grave. That was his name. And his daughter Shal O'Grave happened to die. And what was his wife's name? His first wife. I forget. Justine O'Grave. But it was very fun. I had a lot of fun with that. El Salvador. We can do El Salvador. Sorry, I got distracted. It's El Salvador. It is pretty close to El Salvador. I'm going to give it. Well, it starts with D. Starts with D and ends in an Omenica. I think. I could be wrong. Nicaragua. Good guess, Ordley. Good guess. That's a good guess. Dominica. I think. Okay, OJK. You can tell it's Dominica because it's got purple on its flag and it's got a bird. And not a lot of flags have purple. So yeah, you can tell it's the flag of Dominica because of the way it is. That's how it works. Then I like this part. But this is an island, Dominica. I think Dominica is a single island, so it's not going to be the first one. And I feel like, what are all these different shapes? Kind of difficult today, but it's definitely the last one. And I'm having trouble like figuring out what these other ones are. Oh, Bangladesh. There you go. British Virgin Islands and Mauritania. There you go. The Dominica emblem is the bird, right? Is there one of the bird? That one is a bird and some creature. Thanks for being here, Zordly. It's fun. It's been fun. I got it right because it had birds on it. Okay. Neighbors. It's not Papua New Guinea. It's not Czechia. It's not Fiji or something. Well, that one could be that one. That one could be Virgin Islands or something. Not Ecuador. Or what is that? I don't know what any of these are. Maybe it is that one. No. This one? What? This one. Guadalupe is not a country. Okay. That's about it. That's about it. Thank you guys for coming to class. That will be on the test. So be prepared. It will be on the test. And I think with that, we shall go for a raid. We'll go on a raid. I think, who did I raid last time? Shall we go and raid Finch? Okay. I think we should raid Finch. Let me do socials. Okay. Post on Blue Sky and stuff. Follow me on Blue Sky and post on Blue Sky so I can see the things you do on Blue Sky. And I just updated my YouTube VODs today. So that's my VODs channel. I just updated that today. I had a bunch of things that need to be updated. If you prefer watching VODs on there, or if you want to watch older VODs that are expired, watch them there. And I don't currently have a Discord because I'm lazy and I haven't gotten around to making my own Discord. So I'm in my friend Annalie's Discord because she's been kind enough to give me a location or give me a section of her Discord that I can use for streaming. And there's a plant section in there. And show me your house plants, please. Please and thank you. I love house plants and I love seeing what you guys have. So, and it's also a great time in there. Highly recommend. But I think with that being said, we're going to go on exclamation or /raid Finch. Exclamation point raid. Thank you guys for being here. It's been really fun. Thank you for the conversation that we had. It was very fun. We had some deep conversations today. I usually like to avoid anything too deep of a conversation most of the time because I like to keep it a little bit chill, calm vibes that help you escape from the world and the craziness. But sometimes you need to talk about the things that are important. So I appreciate you guys sticking around for that. And other than that, I think that's about my spiel. I go live at 2 p.m. Eastern on weekdays most of the time, on the hour, on the dot. And I usually go live every other day, roughly. So chances are I'll see you guys on Thursday. Not super. I probably will be live at 2 p.m. on Thursday, if I had to guess. And with that being said, I will see you guys later. Have a good rest of your day and your weeks, and stay safe. And I will see you all soon. Goodbye. Goodbye.